It's too early, but that's okay. My gym workout was phenomenal. Before I went home, I decided to stop over at my mother's house. I haven't seen my mother in 2 months. I know she's going to be very surprised to see me. I can't wait. What the? I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The first thing I noticed was this person's skin. What is going on? Uncomplicated, untreated skin? Who is this guy? I had to take a step back, but then I realized it was my brother. But look at his skin. Have you guys ever seen anything like that? I had to take a closer look and figure out what was going on. Best believe I crept up on him. Peep this. I'm still looking at his skin, trying to figure out how did we get here. I could do nothing but shake my head. He could definitely use my help. I had to get to the bottom of this. He definitely needed some game about his skin. I'm just staring at it, like looking at it. Come on, bro. I knew what to do. I had to reach in my bag and get that Tej Hanley. Uncomplicated skincare for men. Bro, this is why I'm excited to have Tej Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. They have helped me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and the grime on your skin, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My brother was so excited. My favorite part about Tej Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really make the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin easy. Shout out to Tej Hanley. And because Tej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description, and not only will you get Tej Hanley for the best possible price, but they'll also give you a free gift with your first box. Click that link and get started today for just $30. Feel the Tej. Let the Tej force be with you. Let's just have a conversation. Doing, family? What's going on, family? Just the crew. We got Mr. Logic. We got Kay, Anton, Kayla, Island Girl Q, Siobhan, and myself, JR. Welcome to Lapeef Let's Talk. What's going on, family? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Hi, how are you?
How's everyone?
What type of handshake?
Hey.
Logic.
Hello.
We don't do that.
Hi. How's everyone?
Don't do that, Logic.
Good. Happy Thursday, y'all.
Happy pre-Friday. Amen.
Yeah, happy pre-Friday.
Cause maybe
Man, who keep muting me, man? This becoming ridiculous. This racist or sexist or something. Why I keep getting muted?
So why keep getting muted?
Oh, okay. I forgot. The intro's on. All right, my bad.
Yeah. It was the intro, but it was going on. Somebody said it was an echo. I didn't hear it. I don't know what's going on, but nevertheless. Anyway, ladies, you guys look lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hold on. What's going on?
Ooh! Goddamn niggas. What ninjas? Man, chat ninjas, man. Y'all get this bitch lit, man. I don't know what's wrong with the
My
panel.
internet messing up.
Chat ninjas.
Hey, Logic, like your mic sound like you far away.
It sounds like an echo.
I don't hear the
A
echo. You guys
light,
echo?
light echo. Kayla, you're muted.
I don't hear an echo.
Like you're in a big. It's like he's in a big room with like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The door's closed or something.
What about me? How do I sound?
It's good.
I sound good. Okay. Just trying to make sure. It's definitely a concern. Nevertheless, if you guys just tuning in, welcome to Lapeef. Let's talk. Make sure we get them likes up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the sponsor again, Teach Hanley. Make sure you guys feel the Teach. That link is pinned to the top of the chat. We also got a poll as well for the main topic. So make sure you guys take that poll. Once we get to the main topic, I will read those results. Shout out to Lapeef Experience. The next city that we will be taking over is DC. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. It will be happening next spring. Again, hit the like button.
Mic check.
Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, you good. It sound better.
My mic went on.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. Gotcha. All right. Rilla will be pulling up shortly. So if he comes in abruptly, don't be alarmed. My apologies for the late start. My tiger got away. So we was able to catch him. It was a huge process, but nevertheless, it happened. So I captured my tiger. There we go. I know it's not a cat, the K, but it was a tiger. So
still a cat.
Yeah, it's still a form of a cat, but I don't know if you want to play around with it. But you know, I don't know if your animals can play with my animals. It's a different story. All right, y'all energy dry as hell. Do we need to say a prayer or something, or what's going on?
No, I'm doing great. I'm feeling good. I'm doing wonderful.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure it may not be necessary for you, but everybody else has got this. I should see all smiles and no emotions. That's a form of crazy or something like that. So you see all smiles but no emotions. That says a lot. So I don't want to be crazy. Huh?
Chat Ninja says, oh, I don't know who mic that is, but Chat Ninja need to go ahead and flood the chat with ones to get these niggas some motivation. You know what I'm saying? Put your favorite alcohol in the chat. Drop where you're from. Drop your area code because the energy is off. Just like goddamn, I ain't gonna even say that. Drop the area.
We got the echo.
Yeah.
It just sounds.
Who's playing YouTube in the back?
It's like double voices. Like I can't hear one person.
Oh, it just sounds terrible. What the hell?
Yeah,
is
it
that?
sounds like somebody has on YouTube on their computer on another link.
No, that's Siobhan.
Siobhan, do it again. Unmute Siobhan and talk. Siobhan, unmute and talk.
Unmute Siobhan. It's not moving funny. Is it me or is it?
Yeah, I think it's your service, Siobhan. She might.
Yeah,
have
I mean she's moving okay, but then it's a lag or something.
Nah, her service was jinky.
She's lagging a little bit. I don't know.
So
she'll figure it out.
The P Ray has taken over again. It appears to be. So, I mean, I'm good. So I guess that's a good thing because there was some concern with that. Hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Y'all ready, family?
Yo.
Okay. All right. Well, before we get started, I want to take this time to acknowledge Miss Courtney Michelle. As we all know, she is a very talented woman, and she will be starting a new chapter in her media career. I personally appreciate everything she has brought to the show. The entire network has only warm wishes for her and all of her future endeavors and accomplishments. So, shout out to Miss Courtney Michelle. That being said, let's go ahead and start the show. Get ready to our first topic of the night. You guys ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay. Like, am I coming in a delay?
No.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Come on,
Okay, I
let's
just
do
want
it.
to.
Come on. Come on.
The more you ask from a man, the higher standards he's going to have for you. The more you ask for a man, the higher standards he's going to have for you. Let's go ahead and talk about it right now. What are you guys' thoughts? You think that is true?
The higher his standards he's gonna have for
I think you worded it weird.
The
Is
more
it
you
weird?
ask from a
So
man, the
the
higher.
more you ask for a man, right, women, the more that you ask from a man,
Mhm.
the higher standards he's going to have from you. So depending on the quality of the man that you're asking from, he's going to have higher standards from you. Does that make sense, Anton?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
It makes sense. I think the men should answer first.
I agree.
No, because you're gonna get. I don't want to give y'all the answer.
The more you
You
ask,
now,
I
Anton, you
mean,
know I
there's
don't
no
have
answer. Just
the higher.
an opinion.
No. So basically, the more that you're looking for out of a man, the higher the standard he's going to have for the woman that he's requiring. That's going to be on there. Go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all answer. I'm not gonna MP.
Okay, so I kind of get the question now. So if we're, in this generation, sometimes women's qualities, they want a man that's over 6 feet, six figures, big peen, all that. On the opposite side, if a man is that caliber, right, he's going to want basically, okay, you need to be fit, you need to be this, and that, you got to be up to par, right? So in some cases, that's true. Right. So if you're asking for the above and beyond, like you're 10, you better be a 10 too. But in some cases, we don't see that. So if that's what the question's asking.
You can slice it in two different ways, right? You can have it from the perspective of that, how Q framed it, or you can frame it from the perspective of like what is being required in the relationship itself, right? Like we can just keep it from on a presentation side, or you can slice it from the requirements as far as what it takes in order to be able to be in that type of relationship with a guy, right? Is it cooking? Is it cleaning? Is it that type of guy? Or once you hit a certain level, do that guy even care about cooking and cleaning at all? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think that looks like though?
It's different for everybody. There's some men that say they don't care that a woman can cook, whereas there's some men that say, "Hey, I need a woman to cook, clean, take care of the household, know when to shut up." Like it's different in different people's marriages and relationships in general. Nope.
So in terms of the question, I think that if I don't know the way that it, what the question is, I think that if you start getting into that like tit for tat thing, problems can ensue. So if it's like, oh, you want me to do this? Okay, well then I want you to do that. Like I think that if that's the premise that a relationship is founded on, there will inevitably be problems, in my opinion. So I don't know. Like I think that people who mesh well together just get together and don't necessarily start saying, well, I took out the garbage, so that means you got to do this. Like it's just whatever happens in their relationship that works happens. So I don't necessarily think that that's true. I think that that would only be like what the question is asking or the statement is saying. I think that would only be true if someone were trying to be very, tit for tat in their relationship, which I don't think is a good idea. You should find someone you like and someone that likes you.
I think at what stage is this? Is it like you guys are together, you're trying to get to know that person? Like what stage are we exactly talking about?
You tell me. What stage?
That's a good question.
Yeah, but y'all talking in circles though. Look, the thing is men never had high standards for women. Like for all this to keep going on, men never had high standards for women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, as long as the box work, all this fit, feminine, friendly shit like that, maybe a little friendly that's in there. But all that other stuff, men never had high standards for women. Men understand sacrifice. Men can sit here and deal with a woman with big flaws, big red flags, and still maneuver. Never. You don't see men running around here besides the recent YouTube dick and pussy conversations.
What?
Can you imagine men having high standards for women? Like, oh yeah, she got to have a degree. She got to be this tall. Her titties got to be perfect. Then all these hoes will be disqualified. Y'all, but we had these conversations like men got these high standards. They never did. They don't never care. They don't care, you know what I'm saying? Half of these motherfuckers can't even cook. So if men had high standards, let's keep it funky. And all these little YouTube stats they be pushing out, they're saying 80% of the black women are overweight. If men had high standards, then all these hoes would be disqualified.
Logic, I have a question for you, right? So the men that are saying this, are they up there? Those type of men that are up there, or those men that are subpar, right?
Even the man that's up there, the men that's up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
They still don't have these high, unrealistic standards for women. Men base all things off of reality. They look outside their door, and if they see a constant thing, they go with it. Yeah, you might go.
I think it's different though. Again, like I don't think that it requires a whole lot of standards for a chick that, which is one of the reasons why I think that Siobhan's question now becomes even more relevant, right? Because the requirement for how a woman operates within your household, as far as if you marry her, is completely different than the requirements. But if you just busting down a chick, right? You can bust down a chick and not even think twice about her. But then at the same time, the way that she operates in your household, that's going to be a completely different conversation.
And so, sorry. Go ahead, Kayla.
Yeah. So, I don't fully disagree with I don't know about, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the question in terms of ask for a man. So like the more you ask from a man, are we saying like once you get into the relationships, the things you ask him to do for you?
I'll do it.
Like, what do you mean? Because, you know, I don't know. I haven't been in a position where I've really asked my partner too many times to do stuff. They want to do stuff and they're like, what can I do? Let me answer the question. I don't know of being in a relationship with anyone where I'm like, hey, can you do this outside of like, you know, normal things like, hey, can you pick me up from the airport? I mean, if there is something that I want to buy, like I want some shoes, you know, some shoes or something, some random, but like not like what are women asking for? And like, are they directly asking or like what kind of situation is this?
Well, let me answer the question like this. I honestly believe that the less that you have as a man, the more picky you become as far as like making sure that she got to do this, she got to do that or whatever, so on and so forth. I think that the more needy you become as far as needing to have conversations and always wanting to talk or whatever like that, because dudes that's busy, and I think that guys that get it, that's going to get it, they not nagging a woman. Like, they not chasing a woman. They're not nagging a woman. Ultimately, they just want everything to be cool and be straight when they link up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that dudes that's really getting it like that is spending a whole lot of time trying to figure out and follow her around and figure out what she's doing all day with her time and stuff like that.
Well, like another part of the question, I think in terms of not like her asking anything, but the second part, the higher the standards he's going to have for her, I do think that with certain men that can be true. Like they feel like once they get to a certain level of success, they have the right to have have higher standards on the things that they really care about, whether that's like how you look, or your ability to cook and clean and be, you know, put up with whatever, like whatever it is that they mostly want in a woman, the more successful they are, the higher their standard is on that. You know what I mean?
I'll give you an example.
Men love looks. So that's why we see like the most successful men have some of the most beautiful women that you could possibly attain. You know what I'm saying? Because that's for a lot of men, that's up there on the list. So
that's not true. The most successful men don't have the beautifulest woman. That is definitely not true.
Think about
See,
I agree with
that's
you.
not.
I'm saying
That's
once they
not.
become successful. Jeff got
Y'all
with
didn't let
her
him
when they
finish,
both
though.
were
Y'all-
broke.
Yes,
They
y'all
built
didn't
like
that
I said,
business together. So that's different. Once he got on though, and he separated from her, who is he with now?
but no, you cannot look. See, this is a problem. We normally look at the snapshot of black culture between rappers and athletes. That's not really. If you want to really look at the snapshot, successful men really have basic women. Not the football players, not the baseball players, not the niggas you see constant on the shade room. The average successful dude in corporate America have a basic chick that lets you know that men don't ask for much. You can like just in your mind right now, forget the pandemic ever happened, forget the last 2 years of all the dick and pussy talk, right? What was a man's standard?
You asking for the ladies?
Oh yeah, I'm asking later. What was a man's standard?
Just to
That
have
they
pom
went
pom.
out and they stuck hard to it and said, you know what? This is what I want, and I'm sticking with it. What was a man's standard before all these little conversations?
I mean, I would have to ask the men. Y'all
What?
tell me.
But you're a woman though. So you're a woman.
Yeah, but you're asking me what list or what standards the men
How would we
had
know
for
that?
women.
Every man is
So
different.
yeah, every man has different standards. So you could tell us what yours
No,
are.
I think logic is
They
pretty.
just want to make
But
sure a woman got a pom pom.
no.
It's not
It's
even
That's
not
not
only
fair.
about poom poom. It
I
can't
think
only be
that
about
logic
that.
is absolutely right. One of the things that logic absolutely hit on when I'm thinking about it is that the things that we highlight as our examples is the rappers and all of these and these entertainers, and that's not they don't even make up a fraction of the dudes that's really getting it like that. To be honest with you, and when you really start to think about it, I think that the other side of the conversation is that the men that are getting it, the type of woman that we want to raise our kids, don't have nothing to do with your poom poom or what you think your poom poom is doing.
And think about this, Anton. Even for the
You are right,
rappers,
bro.
even for the rappers and the athletes, their standard is still low because they rotate hoes.
No.
Let's keep it going.
I'll add that for the rappers and the athletes, the woman that is they married to, the one that take care of their kids is different from the one that they got as a side chick.
But no, even if we stay like just say we gonna stay basic with the rappers and the athletes, right? If they standards was so high, then they wouldn't be rotating the same hoes. Literally, all these hoes is being rotated because that show you that men actually don't give a fuck. We have low standards. These men will kiss these chicks in the mouth, knowing that half of the look. I'm just saying. Look, think about this. When Russell
You're right
Wilson,
about that, bro.
when Russell Wilson go to sleep at night, right? He imagined that
Oh,
Sierra
this
was
is
sucking.
ridiculous.
Ma'am,
No, he's right. He's
Don't
right.
start.
You honestly
Don't start
thinking
tonight.
he's imagining his wife from
No,
something from
listen
10
what
years
I'm
ago?
saying. Can you get out of your Kayla, not tonight, please. Just listen. Defeat the argument. Don't attack me.
I didn't say anything about you.
I'm giving an example, ma'am. Just hold up.
Go ahead.
I'm saying you got to think about this. Russell Wilson is a top tier man. He got a baby mama that was messing with Future. Out of all the women he got, that shows how men really don't give a fuck. And it's a lot of Russell Wilsons out here. Men don't really have high standards. They don't.
Now, come on, logic.
I'm not even doing like this is in.
Hold on,
I don't really understand where the
no, I agreed. I totally agree with what logic is saying, but I don't agree with that last part. I don't think that there's a lot of Russell Wilsons walking around here. I don't.
There really are.
I don't agree.
They
with that.
really are. Y'all overlook them every single day.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think that some people are just so into the standard of what they want. It's just not what they need.
No. The thing that y'all say y'all want and the thing that y'all actually go for is two different things. Y'all will say y'all want a good guy and all of this other type of stuff, but y'all walk past Russell Wilson every single day. Every day you walk right past him because y'all logic. I got it. Listen, I can admit when logic make a good point. The reality is that y'all on Instagram and y'all paying attention to what Lil Baby and all of them is doing and what's popping, and it's reprogramming your mind to seek those type of dudes every day. And the dude that is an engineer that is climbing up the corporate ladder, and he is straight and narrow dude, and he on his game, and he's a Russell Wilson type of guy. He not exciting enough for y'all until you age out.
Exactly.
Hey, Kayla, I want to hear your thoughts about it because you said you was disagreeing with what Logic was saying. Why do you disagree?
Well, I disagree with him when he was saying like, oh, the most successful men have like the most average women. I just don't agree with that. I just don't. I see the more attractive women with I see successful men with the more attractive women that are in the pool for sure. So I disagree with that. But we can agree to disagree, but for sure. I think he was wild on that one. As far as I mean that's all I pretty much disagree with. I mean, he can think whatever he
But it's not me thinking. Let's analyze it and let's be honest, right? The sample size that you see that represent the black community. When you go to these corporate balls, you go to these corporate events where you see some of these CEOs, some of these directors. Siobhan in the DC area with me. You go to Tyson Mall, and then where you have some in this radius is some of the wealthiest people in the United States. And then you go in there, you see the black men. A majority of them successful black men have average and below average wife to our standards of beauty and all these YouTube talking points. What your sample size, what we're evaluating is the shade room sample size, the sweeties, the this, and even dealing with them, that's still low standards because you said Sierra and Rihanna is the best, but they've been ran through the waters.
But I'm not talking about celebrities only. I'm talking about even people that I know in like entrepreneurs and corporate spaces. I'm thinking of people I know that work in insurance. I'm thinking of people I know that work in real estate. I'm like regular people, and I'm telling you, like the successful guys, like their girls and wives, they look good. They look better than the people that work for them. I'm for sure. So I don't know. I don't know what you mean, but I mean, it's not just celebrities in shade room. I'm talking like real life. Like I lived in DC for 7 years. I know. I mean, we all have to it's all our own sample size of our experiences. So we can both be right. It's fine.
I will say that
go ahead, Antonio. I'm sorry.
Most women that, let's just say 10s, 9s and 10s are not married. From what I see, both on the internet and real life, 9s and 10s, they're not married.
But you know what, Anton? May I cut you off? Oh,
no, you didn't cut me off. Go ahead.
It's so frustrating because you are so right when you say that, right? That 9s and 10s aren't married, right? But some 9s and 10s, they're overlooked too, because some 9s and 10s are really, really nice. They're really, really kind, and they really can offer a lot, but they're already looked at as like, oh, I'm mean, or you're this, or you're stuck up.
I don't think that's what it is, Siobhan. I think it's more or less of the circles that they carry them. Listen, the Russell Wilsons aren't hanging out where 9s and 10s like to be at. They're not hanging out with them at all.
But you know what, Pete? So the women that are 9s and 10s that hang out with women that are 6, 7, 8s.
Okay, let's test it. Watch this. Where do the 9s and 10s hang out?
The strip clubs.
But
yes.
Where do the 9s and 10s hang out?
Not all of them, but some of them.
No, they really do. All-star games, they really put themselves in bad situations. And what happened is that all the 9s and 10s that you say that exist, which I don't think a lot of black chicks is 9s and 10s out here, but I give you some. They exist. What they doing is they would fighting for the rappers and the athletes. They're fighting for that small percentage of black men. And now what happened is that the other dudes that's in corporate don't want these chicks to represent them. You crazy.
Logic, I'll do you one better. The baddest chick in high school, the baddest one, I mean the baddest chick that we'd never seen. She wound up talking to the the guy that had money, but he was a dope boy. And then she wound up having 3 kids by him. And she still looked good and decent, but she got 3 munchkins, right? Dude wound up going to jail. And Rita, if I'm lying, I'm flying. She came back around like, yo, Anton, let's go to lunch. And I was looking at her like, what the no. You know what I'm saying? But it was after she was already washed up. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, no, you got 3 munchkins. They ain't got no daddy. You know what I'm saying? And you roll with that dude. And it's like, nah.
Yep. She got that oatmeal pie stomach now too. I don't dare. She got. Hey, I ain't take. Look, that oatmeal pie. You made that decision to have that oatmeal pie. So like now, you got to bring a whole lot. You know what I'm saying?
No, there ain't even nothing to bring. Ain't nothing to bring.
I'm just saying, if I gotta take responsibility for another nigga oatmeal pie, right? Hey, you gotta bring a whole lot of things. You gotta be doing. Wait, let me finish. You know what you gotta be? You gotta be Gabby Douglas. You gotta go from the other side of my house, and you gotta do a flip and cartwheel and land on my dick. Hey, if I gotta take responsibility for that oatmeal pie, I'm telling you. You better have it's gonna be a triple bean in my living room. And you better flip and do cartwheels off that bitch and land on my dick and just make me nut. Cause I'm telling you, I gotta take your oatmeal pie.
How many nines and tens that y'all know? Go ahead, Siobhan. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. But what I'm saying is that was really, really funny. That was comedy right there, okay? Because I actually had to laugh. But I'm saying, are you really like looking at a woman that has an oatmeal pie? Because you gotta think about it, right? Some women, they can have 1 child and have an oatmeal pie.
And what? Guess what? You better start going. You better goddamn call Gabby. You better call Gabby because you better teach how to do some cartwheels. You better teach how to. Is it my fault that you got that oatmeal pie?
No, it's not funny. But what I'm saying is that you literally have some people that just cannot take that weight off. Like you have people that walk every single day and cannot get it off.
Wait, Siobhan, you acting like we care though.
Y'all should care.
Why would we care about a woman that ain't even got our kid? Why would I care about her?
My God!
Why would we make concessions for a dude that had already got the best out of her?
But it's not the best out of her. That's just she could have had a baby. She could have had the baby too early. Like something. She just could have made. She could have made.
Can we be honest?
Yeah, I definitely think that my younger brother is a great man, and he's with my dad's second wife, and he just started at Tuskegee this week, and so I don't think that because. I mean, she had a child before as well, and they had a child together. Huh?
You said, oh, he had a child with her, with the girl that already had a kid?
Well, yeah, she had a daughter, and then my dad was married to my mom, so he had 2 kids. They both had kids, and then they got married, and they had another kid, and they had my youngest brother, who just started at Tuskegee.
Right.
So I don't agree with this whole, like, if she has a kid, that means that you've got the best of her, that she couldn't have more children or be a good wife and all that stuff. That does not mean that.
Hey,
my dad's been remarried for 18 years to this woman.
Can you look at his dick and tell he had kids?
What?
Can you look at his penis and tell he had kids?
No, you can't. But the women anatomy.
One at a time.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, got everything to do it.
But wait a minute. Okay, so let me ask you a question, Kayla. How old is your younger brother?
He's 18.
Would you encourage him to talk to a woman that already got kids?
He's 18. He's starting college. No.
Would him as a great guy with this phenomenal future ahead of him, would you encourage him?
He is 18 and childless. Of course not.
So what are we talking about then?
But again, he's 18 and childless.
But why wouldn't you encourage him to talk to this good, wholesome woman that got her best years after her that got 2 kids though?
That's different. That's at a different place in life. Remember, we spoke about that. So I believe it's if you're 18 and you're dating someone that's 25 has 3 kids, that's totally different than
okay.
Like
So if you're 30,
they're 35, they have a kid, you have a kid. That's totally different. If you have kids, you cannot feel any kind of way about somebody else having kids.
Okay, so let's rephrase the question. He turned 25. He's awesome as hell. He fucking went to the moon with Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and all of them. He's on top of the fucking world. Single, and he's available. And then he run into this woman with 2 kids that's 26. Are you saying go, brother?
That wouldn't be ideal.
Exactly.
But that wasn't my point. My point was that just because a woman has children doesn't mean that they've gotten the best years of her. She can still marry a man that also has
the best years of her is ahead of her.
Very successful blended family. It happens every day.
If the best years is possibly ahead of her, why are you not looking at this woman that your brother could possibly be talking to with these 2 munchkins? Why are you not taking into consideration that her best years?
But like I said, a childless man and a man that doesn't have children are different. A lot of these successful men be having babies with the girl that they was with from high school or that they was with from college, and then they go on to be successful. They're not with her anymore, and they end up marrying someone. If you have a kid, you shouldn't feel any kind of way about a woman that has a kid.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
We should feel the same way. We should feel the same way when we have men that have kids early on.
Because you do understand that our best years is ahead
Troy
of us.
Daniels just had a beautiful son with his fiance. They both were married previously. Ooh. They both had kids previously.
Who's that?
He's a basketball player.
Okay, I don't know who he is.
Well, he plays overseas. He doesn't play in the NBA.
Okay. He did play in the NBA.
They just had a beautiful son, and she had the daughter, and they both had daughters around the same age. And they have their wedding coming up. I mean, I don't understand. They've been together for what, 5-7 years, something like. I don't see the issue if you have.
Are
kids.
you telling me?
I think people that have kids should date other people with kids.
Are you telling me?
Kidless.
No.
To us, kidless.
No. Are you telling me?
Like, why would we send the kidless men?
So you're telling me
with women with kids.
You're telling me that a man with a kid is of the exact same value as a woman with a kid. Is that what you're telling me?
To childless women, absolutely.
Crazy.
To childless women, we want men that don't have kids. We don't want the responsibility and the baggage that comes with you having a bunch of kids. I don't.
Listen,
I want to have my own family.
All across the world.
The majority of Black men don't have kids. It's like only 40%. So why would I want to have a kid when there's a whole 60% of the Black male population that doesn't have kids?
You're speaking from a female perspective. You're trying to speak for men. First off,
no, I'm not speaking for men. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm not speaking for men.
Wait, hold on, baby. Just calm down.
Just to clarify what you're saying.
Right, I got you. The thing is, have you ever dated a woman with kids?
What? I'm straight.
Have you ever dated a woman with kids?
I'm straight.
Okay. Have you ever?
I'm heterosexual. I'm heterosexual.
Okay. Have you ever saw a man with kids?
Yes, I dated a man with kids.
Yeah, you dated. Have you ever dated a man with kids?
Yes.
When he got naked, did you see anything on him that showed that he had kids?
No, but there's been a time that I've heard.
No, wait, baby,
but there's been a time that I've heard because his kids was in the house.
Okay, but when he dropped his drawers, listen what I'm saying. When he dropped his drawers, did you say, "Oh, I can tell he got kids"?
Obviously not. No one's thinking about his kids when we in the bedroom. That's a different setting. Nobody's thinking about anything else other than you being naked and me being naked.
It was supposed to be a quick question so we could move the conversation. You answered. So now, thank you. The thing is what you're telling me that hey, it's this one of them things is unfair. I can bust a nut, have a kid, and guess what? I come out unscathed. Women, on the other hand, take a nut, and then you see the oatmeal pies, you see the Texas
I don't know
freeway
what oatmeal
system
pie is.
on their ass. It just happens to be that way. So they should be able to move a certain type of way. Now you cannot expect a man to have to take them scars, even though they do it. That show you how men have little or no standards. Because men would take the Troy Daniels, whatever you said his name is, he would assume that oatmeal pie, and he didn't do it. So that tell you that we really don't care about this standard shit.
But what's the standard though, Logic? So if someone gets divorced, are they no longer valuable because they got divorced? Are they no longer deserving of love and to be in a happy marriage because they were in one that was not happy or toxic? Like, is that what we're saying people's value is because if they get a divorce, they're no longer valuable. They're no longer to have happiness the rest of their life. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand.
You're arguing a moot point, Kayla, because you speaking out of emotion. And nobody deserves it.
Out of logic, people move on with their lives.
Nobody deserves anything.
From their trauma. They don't carry it around with them like, oh, because that happened. That is the justification for how everything can go with the rest of my life. I would never encourage that.
Nobody deserves
can be
anything.
Saved. I believe everyone can change. I believe everyone can do different and do whatever they want to do with their life. I don't believe that whatever you've done in the past defines what you do with your choices in the future. I just don't believe that.
Oh, yes, it absolutely does.
No, it doesn't. You can make different choices. People can wake up
and
make
me
different
your past
choices every day. No, it's nobody's responsibility but yours, the choices that you make.
Oh, my God. Over these past 2 weeks, people's past absolutely have played into every single conversation that we've talked about on this panel.
Right. And you have to do the work to deal with your past. Whatever trauma's in your past, you have to do the work.
Kayla.
And people don't want to do the work. People carry their trauma from their last relationship into the next one.
I don't care.
Into their life.
I don't care how phenomenal you become as a person. If your past is egregious, it's a no.
Okay, but that's fine. If you murdered someone, if you raped someone, if you did egregious things, but if you just simply got a divorce because of irreconcilable differences or someone cheated on you, now you don't deserve to be happy. Now you're
not about deserving. It's about
it's insane.
The reality is that your value out here is different depending on if you're a guy or a girl and your circumstances. That's just the facts. It just is what it is. Like, listen, no matter what you say, for most guys that are successful, Nick Cannon just had his 10th kid. Mm-hmm. He got his 10th kid on the way. And there is no shortage of women lining up to be the 11th.
I don't subscribe to those values.
That's great for them. No. Let's think about it. On the flip side, how many
girls want that, Siobhan? They do, but I don't subscribe to those values.
On the
girls
flip side,
neither do I.
How many women do you know that are having that many kids and a dude is lining up saying, "Oh yeah, I want to go ahead and be a part of that tribe"? Never.
Because he has money, and they're signing up for a good life.
And I don't care how much money a woman has. No dude is signing up to be the 10th donor.
Can you imagine 10 oatmeal pies stacked up on top of each other? And then, take 10 oatmeal pies, stack them on top of each other, and squish it all together, and just put it on that whole stuff.
Hold on, why you gotta have a child and have an oatmeal pie? Y'all killing me with this oatmeal pie.
I still don't even know what oatmeal pie is.
Hold on, you guys. Hold on, you guys. I want to get Kay and Island Girl Q in here. Go ahead, Kay.
So before the very first thing Logic was saying about successful men and the women that they marry, I was thinking about, the most successful men that, people think of, like a Elon Musk or a Jeff Bezos or whoever, like people like that. I agreed with him when he was saying that, generally their wives are not like IG baddies or whatever. Like they're just more average looking, pretty women, but more average, So I mean, I don't agree with the body shaming of mothers. Like that was out of line in my opinion. But Anton, I wanted to ask you, because you were agreeing too with what Logic was saying. I wanted to ask you, because he was kind of framing it like, you know, men have low standards. But I don't think that just because you're not looking for an Instagram model means that you have low standards. I think that a lot of the time, if you are a successful man with a lot to risk, or, you know, you're trying to change the world or do whatever, you're looking for a person that fits into that, regardless of what they look like. So what would you say, Anton, as a married man, about men who have a lot to lose, who have big dreams and are out here doing stuff? Do you think that their standards should be higher in terms of the looks of the woman, or that their standards should be higher in terms of the character and, you know, that type of thing?
It depends on where he at in life. Most of these guys that wind up making a lot of money or wind up having, you know, wives that's dope or whatever, they got married early. That chick was with him. They've known her forever. You know what I'm saying? So they've been able to vet out other qualities about her or groom her, or she's been able to grow, or she's been a part of that growth, right? And so it depends on where he's at in his life. Any guy that's older, that's looking for a wife, or older and is successful, and not even older and successful, if she wasn't shooting with him in the gym, you know what I'm saying? If she didn't grow with him into that whole role, at that point, his standards should be out the fucking roof. If this guy,
terms of what though? In terms of
everything,
in terms of
everything. Listen, you're gonna have to be off the Richter scale. You should be off the Richter scale for any guy that has sacrificed his life to get to the highest of high levels and become the top of the food chain. And he probably hasn't even hit his peak as far as his earning potential. Mm-hmm. His standards should be through the roof.
Anton, would you count, just because, you know, this was mentioned earlier, would you count, let's say, the average, like, popular, I guess, rapper or athlete right now that does date the IG models and these, you know, types of women? Because I don't know what type of women they are, but I'm saying in terms of, like, you know, being quote unquote baddies or whatever, would you say that they should overlook those women and look for a different type of woman?
You don't want to hear the answer to my question. I mean, you don't want to hear the answer.
I want to hear it.
I think that the guys.
But the point is, the majority of them do.
Remember, wait, hold on, Logic, because Logic.
Hey, lady, don't tell me fucking wait. You just said hold on. You good?
Okay,
chill.
But I was just saying because we talked about.
Chill,
I'll answer after Logic. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I believe that a guy that reaches the top of the food chain, and the chick wasn't with him shooting in the gym. I shouldn't be saying this.
Say it.
If he's not looking to have kids, I don't think that even he should even be looking to get married.
So he should just kind of focus on whatever his.
He should just take over the fucking world. If he is at the top of the food chain and he didn't find one early in life that he could actually, that was riding with him through the waves and all of that, and he already got there on his own, what do he need a woman for?
So you're saying he should just find women to smash when he needs that pleasure?
As a Christian, I can't advocate for that. Okay. What I'm saying is, I don't think that he should be looking to get married. It is no reason in the world for him to sit there and try to get married.
At all, or at a certain age?
He's saying at all.
Once he reaches a certain threshold, and he's past a certain age, why does he need to get married?
What's that age you're referring to?
Mid-30s.
Wait,
that's crazy. That's so crazy.
When you reach,
I honestly don't think most men are even truly ready to get married.
I was just about to say that, Kayla.
Over 30.
Okay, so no, you're missing the answer.
Financially, because we think about the average guy, like financially, mentally, emotionally. I don't really think they even.
Kay used these rappers as an example.
Rappers.
She used entertainers as an example. Most entertainers and most rappers achieve success before the age of 35. That is a fact. And so if they've reached this level of success, according to Kay's example, why would he be looking to get married?
Well, just for the record, it wasn't my example. It was.
What was your example?
No. I was referring to, because it took a long time for me to be able to come in and talk. I was referring to what Logic was telling Kayla when he was like trying to kind of negate her point and say that she was using references from the Shade Room, rappers and athletes. So that's why I used that reference when I asked you the question. It was based on that.
Listen, I got Rita. I don't ever plan on getting divorced. If anything was to ever happen, God forbid. If anything was to ever happen, God forbid, and you know me, I said that I'm being married I'm gonna stay married for the rest of my life. I cannot ever see myself ever getting married again. So why would I? What would be the benefit of me bringing a woman in? I'm 40. I turned 40 this year. I have achieved things that I never imagined that I would achieve in my life. And I'm probably 15 years away from reaching my peak and earning potential.
But
why would I ever even consider bringing a woman into my life and marrying her if it's not the woman that was shooting with me in the gym?
But Rita helped you there, right?
That's that Oprah mentality. Like, I mean, well,
I'm asking, what is the benefit? Please, somebody sell me.
No, but I'm asking, but Rita helped you get there, right?
Rita was playing a role, absolutely. 100%.
I don't think playing a role. Hold on.
I'm saying, let's say that me today, that whatever happened, God forbid something happened. What will be the benefit of me marrying a woman now?
I mean,
there wouldn't be a benefit.
You don't want to have more kids, and you're not really.
I got a vasectomy.
Yeah, you don't want no kids. There will be no benefit, but that's you. But for you to tell 35-year-old men that don't have
35 is really young.
The question is,
no benefit. There's no benefit.
Don't want any more kids. I got a vasectomy. I know exactly. I know I don't want no more kids. What would be the benefit of me marrying a woman today?
Anton, there's no benefit, but your example, you are not the same as you saying if a man is 35 years old and he's up there already, probably doesn't have kids, he should just not get married. That's not, y'all not the same.
I said if he's not looking to have kids, then why would he
you
get
said
married?
that? Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that part. But then you don't want him to be alone. He doesn't want a companion. Like,
what makes you think that he's gonna be alone?
He's gonna be alone.
No, that's why he's gonna
have
men like that. Men like that get forever girlfriends and they drag him along.
No, he's gonna have a
girlfriend and they drag him along and they drag him along and they drag him along.
Girlfriend though. Who
What makes you think? What makes you think that he's gonna be alone?
Like twice now. He's been with girls like 7-8 years, just time waster.
What makes you think that he's gonna be alone?
He's never getting married. He's never getting married.
He's not gonna have that consistent woman. He's not gonna have that wife. He's gonna have in and out girls that come in and out.
The only reason that I would advocate that a guy would get married once he reaches that level of success is if he's 100% looking at it from a business perspective. And that's like running for political office. He's in the highest of highs in corporate America. Like, it has to make sense from a business perspective for him to do so. But just based off of what y'all think makes sense on some love and companionship type stuff, no, don't do it.
Emotions. Yeah.
Don't. If you're not looking at it, if you can't 100% see the business side of it because you are in certain industries and certain doors that need to be open based off of certain things that happen. If you just looking at it on some love and I want to love somebody, no, it does not make sense.
But you know what, Anton, that's the problem with a lot of people, right? They always say like, okay, oh, this person just want me for this, or this person just want me for that. Some people just be really genuinely loving people.
I mean, like, I think that more than anything, and I hate to say it, I think that the Jay-Z marrying Beyonce was a business move.
I don't think any of us doubted that. I think that too.
I think
that was a move for both of them.
I think it was a business.
I think the love grew over time. I don't think it was there in the beginning.
So really, y'all are basically saying that, you know, if it's that easy, you should just find a person business wise, and then love will grow. Is that a good option? I don't
think that a guy should get married for love.
No, I'm talking about women. I'm talking about a woman's perspective, right? Should we do that?
Say it again, Q.
Should us
I
as
don't.
women doing it as a business perspective, should we do that instead of leading with love?
Y'all
Yeah.
already doing it from a business
Yeah,
perspective. You
I
just
I
don't
think
know
that
what
a
it
lot of
is.
women, I think that a
Yeah.
lot of women are doing it business wise, but there are a lot of
No,
women
they're
that are
not.
Yes,
They
y'all
need.
are.
They need.
You looking
Some
for
women
provision and
are.
protection is a business move. Whether you think it is or
some
not,
women
you
are.
the
I'm
thing
talking
that
about how women are
the thing that
actually moving.
the
I
thing
think.
that
I
women
think that.
look for in men is literally hypergamy itself
That's a
is a
fact.
business
That
perspective.
makes sense.
Looking for the best available option based off of a man being able to provide and protect is a business perspective.
I think
No,
it's
I
50
agree with that. What I'm saying is that I don't think that all women think that in the beginning, though. I think that in the beginning, when they're young, it's more about attraction. I think that as time goes on, you start thinking about those things. But I think like really young people, well, we got the social media culture and all of that, but I still think that attraction drives it more when people are younger versus when they mature.
Thank you.
No, because we got women that are in their 30s, like, no, I need a man that makes this amount, got this.
No, I
type
meant
of
young,
car.
young. 30s is not young. Well, it's young, but it's not young to me, like
For a
being like
woman, 30s is
19 or
not
20.
young. I don't consider women are in their 30s as young. We're at that that mark. I'm just saying for women to say, hey, I need a man to make this, and that is kind of business thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
18-year-old, what 18-year-old
Yeah, I mean, that's what they just said.
What
Right.
18-year-old is not looking for an older man to take care of them? Like, I mean, come on. You're 18 years old. You have no money. You're in college. You're at the calf. You're trying to get, your clothes, your shoes. You're trying to get all these different things. Like, come on. Like, you don't
Yeah,
care.
but at the same time, a lot of girls end up getting in relationships and falling in love with boys at the college. You know how many friends I have right now that are marrying people that they met at, like, there's a couple, like, I'm going to their wedding later, like next year. They met freshman week. There's people that have been together since college that meet there and then get married. And then there's another sector of people that don't end up settling down until they get older. So their thought process is different. But like when y'all are both broken in college, you're not thinking about, oh, what can he provide? Y'all both in the calf. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different at different phases of life.
I think that there were people that were in the calf, and I think that there were people that were not in the calf. Okay.
Facts.
So yeah, because
my roommate was like not in the calf. She was dating someone that lived in the city, someone that lived off campus. You know what I'm saying? Like I was dating someone that we were in the calf together. Like
yeah,
I have a calf, and so
well, I'm gonna say this to the back to the topic, right? Back to the topic. What you can see from the topic, based on this whole conversation, is that you know what men have low standards and no standards. But their standard are you be a woman. If you really analyze the sample size that we really look at as far as athletes and all that shit, think about this. Only James Harden and a couple of these I hear is really fucking with these hoes for the streets. Everybody else, like if you want to look at these NFL days when they bring their wives, it's literally a bunch of average women that's on the side of these filthy rich men. Kyle Pitt, my favorite player from Atlanta. He got a fiance. She's a average, basic looking woman. See, James Harden is out here fighting for the hoes, right? And all y'all hoes that think y'all look good, that y'all exit, all these motherfuckers that come on these panels that say that self-declare themselves as being 8s and 9s and 10s. Yeah, you for James Harden, right? And then James Harden gonna run through all you motherfuckers until y'all get 10 oatmeal pies. And now you just gonna be certified for the streets. But the real dudes that's out here doing things that everybody say these men don't exist, all you gotta do, look at these fucking media days, look at these family days, and look at all these people that's influential. You'll be like, damn, that dude right there just signed $170 million contract. And his woman looks average at best. Rest in peace.
Yo, I wish I could show you some of these NBA players. There's one that just got drafted to the Pistons, and I'm not gonna say his name or whatever. We all know who one of them is. Yo, his chick is holding on for dear life.
Yeah,
and
but he just got drafted though.
He is so regular. I mean, she could not be any more regular, but he's blinded. Right? He's blinded because he still got that puppy love thing in there in his eyes or whatever.
Well, why is he blinded?
If he ever got some clarity, If he woke up, if he got some clarity, listen, he just got engaged.
How
and
old is he?
I think he's like 19.
But maybe your character is better because a lot
That's
of these
what I'm
pretty
saying.
females got horrible character.
Anton, you're proving my point, right?
I agree with you.
No, what you're proving is that, look, I'm saying they picking average women. And then to all our conversations, that will be having low standards. But ideally, they're picking women. So now that is a standard. These are actually women that gonna sit, do what they supposed to do. You ain't got to worry about them over talking you. You ain't got to worry about them doing the shit that we see on these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about them saying, I want equity, equality. They actually is average females that play their position, and now these men choose them. But we look at the James Hardens and say, I want the sweetie pies. I want the thoughts, the Tristan Thompsons. Oh, yeah, we want the thoughts. Let's run up the thoughts. But ideally, these men want the average women, but they want women. These so-called self-certified 9s and 10s, these ain't motherfucking women. Yeah, she look basic as hell. And you know what? He might marry her too, Anton. You know why?
He engaged.
You know why he gonna do that though? Because I promise you this, she might not look as good as these so-called other thoughts out here, but I promise you, she act like a woman. These terrorists don't act like women. They act like men. They might as well get out here. They was in Afghanistan with me. Half of these chicks on these panels, they got more war stripes than me. They got more combat stripes than me. Because these hoes are terrorists. I win again.
All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and transition to the next topic. If you guys just tuned in, welcome to Lapeef Let's Talk. Make sure you guys get them likes. So let's get to the super chats and volunteers read the super chat.
That's fine.
You got it, Siobhan. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Oh.
Whoever. Don't want to read it. Here we go.
You do okay.
Q and Siobhan need to step up to keep the K's in check now that Courtney's gone. Winter, summer.
I didn't
Negro, please.
like I didn't proofread that one, my bad.
Real Shay 9.99. We need the Anton who said, I would punch a woman in her bosom if she swings on me back.
What the heck?
By the way, is Leonard Ellerby? Is that how you pronounce that? I'm not sure. Looking dude on the show tonight. The Lockhart Perspective became a member. Thank you. Real Shay again, 199. There, the real Anton go. He's back like MJ.
By time. Simp ass nigga.
Jonathan Barronville, 999. What Logic said only applies to smashing. Dudes aren't just marrying anything. The marriage rates go directly against what Logic is saying.
No.
Dark Knight 89, 999. Shout out to the fellas on the panel. They are cooking tonight.
Black Power.
Jonathan Barronville, 999. Most successful men have above average women unless they couple before the success. Kayla is right. Logic is tripping.
And this the dude that found his love on the internet.
Real Shay, 199.
How you talking when you still looking, sir? Relax.
Hey, ma'am. Shut your ratchet ass up.
Hold on. Simmer down, y'all. Simmer down. Hey. We gotta get a super chat. We gotta get a super chat.
You sounding like a hater.
Let's get to the super chats. Go ahead.
Real Shay, 199. I literally just ate an oatmeal pie. Real Shay, 499. So if it's ridiculous to disqualify women for having kids, can we as women reconsider disqualifying average men? Amber Love Studio 999. I agree with Kayla. I don't have kids and I don't want a man with kids either. I don't want to deal with a baby mama or deal with children I didn't birth. Honest Citizen, Zar 14. A man at any age shouldn't date a single mom ever. Super Dork 45, $5. Dark Knight 89, $4.99. I'm trying to be the cream to Siobhan's oatmeal pie. Bob 23456, Bob 199. Married men who divorce get married again. Real Shade 999. A few weeks ago, men were saying things weren't fair was Victim Olympics. Now women are saying women who have things men don't want to deal with is unfair. Simone Biles wouldn't survive this Olympics. Daylor Baba, $5. Q, that's why I said I need a house manager. Bob 23456, Bob 199. Women cannot imagine happiness being single. Daylor Baba, $5. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Single men are not alone.
Facts.
B Sannon, $20. I have this argument with women all the time. Outside of children or religion, there's really no reason for a man to get married, especially if he's built himself into something successful. I don't want to say that name, but they said it's giving rainbows. MC Heavy T words. I'm 42, sorry, and a single mom. I'm prepared to domesticate a wild raccoon and die alone. Oh my God, I love raccoons. Raccoons are so cute. Bob 23456, Bob 499. Mistake. Women cannot imagine being happy and unmarried. Women would rather be in a bad marriage than be unmarried in a good long-term relationship. 199. Mr. Wendell.
Power to the people, my brother.
Shout out to Mr. Wendell for that $100 super chat. Appreciate you, sir.
Power to the people.
Appreciate all of the super chats. Mr. Wendell, $100. A 35-year-old successful man values peace at home over looks.
Facts.
Serve MLRCC, $2. MLB players marry average women. Wake up, y'all.
Exactly what I was saying.
Murray, 1025 became a member. Thank you. Tia Marie, $4.99. Are oatmeal pies for women equivalent to weed lips on dudes?
Yes.
Hink, 75, $2. Welcome back, Anton. King Stephen, UGD, $4.99. This is ignorant. Men just want love, and the marriage like Al Bundy.
Ooh, good point.
Rizzy Swagger, $1.99. A man's love is more unconditional. TO31, $5. Let's just throw it all away. Jadena, aka Mr. Logic with the knowledge, $1.99. Better, ladies.
Oh no, he got my peach on now. Salute, my nigga.
Hey, shout out to all the people that super chat. We got one more just came through.
Oh, Rebellious Videos, $2. I saw a black woman buying hot Cheetos yesterday and LOL.
I told y'all.
The one before that had a picture of Logic and Jadenia. And he was saying whose beard is better. Did y'all see that? I get what he was saying now.
I don't see that one. Where's that?
No, it was the one. No, it was the one right before this last one you
this
played.
one right here.
Yeah, look at Logic and Jadenia. Jadenia did it better.
I love it. I love it, Chat Ninjas, man. Y'all go ahead, man. Chat Ninjas, get them likes up, please. Get them likes up,
if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Moving on to our next topic. I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip for the context.
Here to police anyone's Johnson. You can throw your Johnson down the gutter if you want. Some of you guys claim to like women a certain way. You might like her with an extra layer of cheese around her midsection, around her thighs. You might like them slim thick and all of that stuff. But post-nut clarity is undefeated. Post-nut clarity is always going to tell the truth. After you bust, if you don't want that woman to touch you, kiss on you after you bust, all right, you get that nasty nut, guess what? You don't really like women like that. That's your lust talking. In reality, your post-nut clarity is going to reveal everything. A lot of you guys are going to give women the keys to your kingdom because you wanted to get a nasty nut. Look, know what your sexual urges are and know what you really like in women. Those are two different things, all right? Post-nut clarity is undefeated.
All right, shout out to Coach Greg Adams. He says some men claim to like women a certain way, but after they ejaculate, the same woman they claim they don't like because it was their lust talking. Let's talk about that. Start with the gentleman on that one. Rayla, what are your thoughts about it, sir? And then we'll go around the panel and get everybody's ideas. Is that true?
Of course. Of course, bro. Men are hunters, right? And so when we're in when we're in pursuit, when we're on the hunt, I don't know who that is, but mute up. When we're on a hunt and we're in pursuit, you know, we get tunnel vision. So we see what we see and we want what we want. And then for some reason, after you have conquered, after you done slayed it, if you done slayed it, you know what I'm saying, you done drilled her 7 ways to Sunday, you done put that woo out the bam on her, and she down for the count. Everything starts crystallizing. Like you start looking at simple stuff and things that you overlooked and you tolerated while you was trying to game her, while you was trying to mack her, or while you was trying to get what you was trying to get up out of her. All that stuff crystallizes in you, and you start seeing like, dang, I don't like the way that she does this, or I don't like the way that she moves, or she's actually not paying attention to my instruction. Well, all those things that you overlook crystallizes. And the funny thing is, you know, Anton has spoke on post-nut clarity many a times on this channel. So CGA is doing what CGA does, and you know, well spoken and definitely from a man's perspective, 1000% correct.
Okay. Anton, what are your thoughts about it?
I think that it is absolutely 100% accurate. I think that a lot of guys they vision are clouded. Their vision is clouded when, you know what I'm saying, when they dick is hard. It's just the truth. And then you can really know whether or not you rock with a chick right after. I mean, literally, it's a millisecond. It's like in the same second, you know whether or not you really should be around this chick or not, or if she was just a chick for the moment. And so I don't even think it's even limited to, you know, all of the stuff that dudes is willing to deal with. Whatever Coach Greg Adams was saying with the cheese around the layer and all of that other type of stuff. I think it's any chick, no matter who she is. It could be a chick that looked great and she just looked great, but she was just a moment. 99% of all women is just a moment. All of them. It's just the truth. I don't see where he was off on any of that. Not even a little bit.
What are your thoughts, Logic?
I'm telling like it is in real life. Look, before I talk to a bitch, if I think I like her, I'm gonna beat my dick. And they see how that conversation go. So like, if you ladies, you know what I'm saying, if you really want to know if a dude really like you, have that nigga beat their head and have a conversation. You will really figure out his level of concern for you. Because the thing is, it don't have to be a hard dick. It can be a potentially hard dick. And then 5 times out of 10, that's why. And then, you know what? Y'all ladies got to say that. And y'all trigger ladies in the chat, listen up closer for what I'm finna say. After a man get a nut, if he automatically disconnect from you and he try to find some type of way, you know what I'm saying, he uses his other phone to call his other phone or whatever, that means that's that post-nut clarity. This is some shit that niggas know way back in the day. We know how to maneuver it. Now niggas get smarter because we know how to control it now. That if I want to see if I really give a fuck about you, I'm finna beat that head. And if I can have a conversation, you still want to go on a date with you, then it's good. But most of the time, if you don't get that goddamn phone call, that means I beat that head. And you know what? I'm like, damn, do I really want to call her? That shit is real as fuck. I don't know what it is. And I think it's just what lust clouds your judgment. And it does. You'll actually go through a lot of shit when you actually is lusting for a nut.
Yeah.
But once that's over with, you be like, you know what, man, I hate this motherfucker. Or this motherfucker really don't be talking about a goddamn thing. And then if you want a nigga to tell you the truth, ask him how you look and all that kind of anything you want to know after he get a nut.
No, ain't no talking. You gotta go.
I saw a show.
You gotta go, bro.
Hold on, I think Kay. Go ahead, Kay.
I saw a show a really long time ago, and I was trying to find, like, just now, I was trying to look up, like, the article that was being referenced. But I saw a show a long time ago on the Discovery Channel about how if someone is aroused, like, higher level executive functioning is affected. So, like, people literally can't make as good of decisions when they're in a certain state. So yeah, I mean, I think that explains that, but it wasn't like gender specific. So like people, man, I'm gonna try to find the article and I'll send it to y'all later. But it was on a like a
dog. Post-nut clarity is like taking a limitless pill. It's like taking a limitless pill. Like you start to realize all of the different things that you could be accomplishing. It's like you get the fog off of your eyes. Everything, bro. Everything is it's like taking a limitless pill, and you could just do. You can literally, you can accomplish anything.
But what are we laying down for? Like, what are we really laying down for? Like, if we're laying down and doing what we need to do, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, first of all, you're not gonna like ask me to leave. Like, no, it's just not happening. You
Yes, we are. We're gonna be like, man, no. You know what's gonna happen, Siobhan? I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what happened because you may be a little bit confused. So when he started being like
confused,
when he started doing stuff like, hey, it's getting late, or he'd be like,
that's never happened to me before.
So. Or he get a homie.
He never said it's getting late.
What?
No.
He never said it's getting late.
No.
No, we don't do that, Anton. Wait, you out of game. This is what we do. Look, I'm gonna tell you what we do.
They gonna text their homie, call me right now.
I'm gonna do this. This is gonna happen. Hey, Quest. Call me right now and see we got to jump.
Exactly.
Or call me right now and say,
do you on the wrong side, girl?
Oh, man, do that. I got homeboys that have done that.
Has that happened to you before?
Well, no,
I got homeboys.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
You won't know, ma'am. I'm just telling you.
That's what I told you.
Happened. Especially like, look, I didn't have motherfuckers call me and say, I text him and say, hey, call and say that I got to pick up one of our soldiers from the MP station. They got locked up for drinking, right? And then they'll call and we'll play a whole scenario. I'll be like, yo, what's up, bro? Hey, man. And you know what? I'm so bold. I even put on speakerphone. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. And then they'll run through this whole narrative.
Wow.
And then pretty much.
Logic. You doing it wrong, bro.
No, that's right.
Listen. Here, this is the way you do it, bro. You got to set it up before it even go down. So the frame of mind is, man, I ain't really got time for this. I got to go or whatever, and so on and so forth. And they're going to be like, all right, well, listen, let's just get this off real quick or whatever. So it ain't even no questions. She already know you got to go before y'all even get into it. So it ain't even nothing to discuss afterwards. I don't have to figure out how to get you up out of there. You already out of there.
No,
Anton, it ain't. You got it. I'm telling you how it is, Anton. Really, I got 3 partners. Well, maybe 4 or 5, probably, that I know that I can call, that I can sit here and sit like a code word message, like, "Hey, nigga, I need help," and then like I'm telling you, if you in the bed with a nigga, and out of nowhere their homeboy call and said, "Hey, come pick me up. It's an emergency." Goddamn nigga, am I here?
But that's too obvious, bro.
No, that's not obvious. Right now, what I'm doing, I'm fucking up the nigga code. I'm talking too much. I'm talking right now. I'm letting you I'm giving you ladies some deep game that when them things happen, trust me, out of nowhere, if you see him on the phone texting, then he gonna throw his phone down, and then we always say shit like, "Hey, wait 5 minutes and do it," or "Wait 10 minutes and do it," and then we'll hang up our phone, and like clockwork, your partner gonna call. And they're gonna let you know, and they're gonna get you out that jam. I'm telling you.
Everybody doesn't go through that.
Everybody does this. Girls do this all the time to leave a date when it's going bad. Like, this is not a new thing.
It's not a new thing, but there are some things when it comes to the men where they think that all of us have gone through that, and we just haven't. Just saying.
There's that too.
You might just not know it.
Right.
No.
He might have just finessed you.
No, he didn't. I don't get finesse.
Because he's not gonna say. Well, some savages do. I do know some dudes that'll be like, "Hey, listen, you got to go."
I'm a savage too.
Like, oh, that's
my
perfect.
goodness.
Oh, you a savage? How you a savage? Tell us how you a savage.
I'm not a savage.
Oh, really?
All right, guys. You just tuning in. Welcome to Lapeef. Let's talk. Make sure we get them likes up if you haven't already. Let's get the likes up. Take the moment. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got some super chats that has came through. Volunteers to read super chat. Okay.
Sure. Let's do it.
All right.
Bia Rose, Island Girl Q Fan Club. Eugene, what's good? This is a classic case. Men get sexually attracted to a lady, but when they finish smashing, they don't like the woman. For the life of me, I wonder why. Not for the BS, says JR. Tests his questions for the show on people in Starbucks. Pay attention. Coco Danielle says, Logic, what the hell are you talking about?
She triggered just like her picture.
Grizz Treats says, the financial expectations for men and women for step kids is completely different. A man with kids and a woman with kids are simply not the same. Not for the BS. Again, Anton, tonight you are being super dope. Albert Leitner, I wish I could take my nut back from some of these women. I was on a 10-month deployment and 4S started to look like 8s. Four started to look like 8s. You get boat goggles.
Yep.
Kareen Rashid Kenyatta says, shout out to the panel, all the lovely ladies on the bottom row, and get the damn likes up. Cam Combs says, Kay and Kayla, I love your smiles. Great logic, guys. Thanks. Persevere Data TV says, PNC responds, damn, I got to work in the morning.
All right, 1 second. Got a couple more. Just let me get to it. Here we go.
TL31 said, yo, Siobhan, baby, I call myself and have a conversation and dip. Stop playing with us. LOL. Shooting shots this evening. Shots. Okay.
Did we get this one already?
B. Sannon, even players get played, Siobhan. It's okay, Ma. It happens to the best of us. Derek T said, I'll do you one better, Logic. My homeboy called me on the slick, called and said hello and just started talking like I called him to get out.
I didn't hear that too. You need some real niggas though.
G Firm says, after the pay nut, I've lied and said I gotta work at 4 a.m. Took a shower, put on some work clothes, walked her to her car, jumped in mine, drove around the block, and came right back home and back.
Facts, I did that too.
This is terrible. Like, that is a lot of effort, you liar. Like, why?
It is a lot of effort. Too much.
But it's more effort if you keep a girl in your bed that you don't want in your bed.
Exactly.
No, I get it. I get it. That's 5 minutes of them rolling around instead of having that girl in the bed for hours.
It's the energy. They're not trying to feel that negative energy.
What do you mean how?
I don't understand how you let someone like that in your house, though.
Right. Just tell them to leave. Like all these lies and drive around.
You know, if you
40-year-old men, it's weird. But
tell them to walk the hell out. Okay.
No, if a guy tells a woman to leave after sex, she's going crazy. Stop.
Because you don't know until you bust that nut. You don't.
No, it's because you don't know if you want to deal with her again yet. And
no.
Listen.
Relationship. And I'm saying this. Listen, we have tunnel vision. When I see you, I like you, and I want you. I've already figured out what this is gonna look like when we get together, right? And it's funny because I said something a couple weeks ago about and I don't know if it was on King Talk or if it was on the Thursday show, but I said something about when the rhythm off. For me, that's it completely throws me if the rhythm is off. And it was funny because the dudes was like, oh no, you supposed to be whoop whoop whoop. No, I hear you, but sometimes women don't have rhythm. That post nut clarity, you start figuring out.
you start replaying everything, Anton. You think about how she ate food, how she sucked her teeth, how much food she ate. Like, damn, she ate the entire thing. Like, she finished, like, she ain't leave a little bit on the plate and said, hold on, Siobhan, hold on. Because I know you ain't never been played. You perfect. You perfect, Bookie Boo Boo. You ain't never been played. No, ain't nobody ever got over on you. Ain't nobody
motherfucker.
Ain't nobody, ain't nobody sent you home. Ain't nobody ever called you an Uber. None of that. You good. What I'm saying is, with dudes, the reason why y'all keep like missing it, because with dudes, we have a tunnel vision. We're hunters. Once we get the prey, sometimes you land the prey, sometimes you catch that kill. It ain't what you thought it was. Guess what? You send that thing back to the assembly line.
And then on to the next.
But you
So
know
Siobhan, I got a question for Siobhan. Siobhan, so you never gonna tell me after a nigga done hit that box, he ain't get a random phone call ever in your life?
Not never.
You lying, Siobhan. Get the fuck out of here, man. See, now, if I had control of this panel, I'd kick your ass off the line.
Oh my God!
Never. Now I'm not gonna say I've never. I'm not gonna say I've never gotten cheated on. I have gotten cheated on, but I've never been kicked out.
No, it's not kicked out, baby. It's just that look, because
it ain't never happened. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said kicked out, because it ain't never happened and it won't happen. Thank you, the Lord.
Okay, you lying. So I just say, I'll just call it what it is. Nigga, you lying. It happened to everybody. Shit, Jay-Z did it to Beyonce.
Yeah, but I'm not Beyonce.
Hey, Jay-Z done made a whole fake concert because he got post-nut clarity and he wanted to go in. He didn't set up a whole
No.
He didn't set up a whole concert. Now, if it happened to Beyonce and these so-called bad bitches, you ain't immune. You just don't, like I said, look, you just might be kind of drunk.
Maybe it happened in college and I didn't know about it. Okay.
No, you knew about it. Now you thinking right now.
I didn't know about it because I didn't know about it. Okay.
All right, again, if you guys just tuning in, welcome to Lapeef Let's Talk. Make sure you guys get them likes up. We got over 2,000 people in the chat right now. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do it right now. That's all that we are asking for. And we appreciate that. I see the Chat Ninja fan. I see you over there, Rilla. Moving on to our next topic of the night. Our next topic. Can women tell the difference between sexual attention and romantic attention? Can women tell the difference between sexual attention and romantic attention? And we're going to start with the ladies on this one. Go ahead, Siobhan. I see you came off the mic first.
Lee, yes, you can. Let me tell you something. When a man just pounce on you, yeah, you can. You know it's you just trying to get the sexual attention and stuff. But when a man lay down the roses, he do what he need to do. Like, it's just sexy. Oh, okay, yes.
Such a romantic. I love it.
Yes, I'm telling you, it ain't nothing better than a romantic man, and the romantic men are gone. Okay, I'm more romantic than these men now. Okay, and it's sad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's sad. It really is sad. It's just like y'all can't sprinkle a couple of roses and make me feel special. Like, no.
Make me feel special.
Yes, make me feel special. Like, okay, everybody want to take you out to eat. They be like, where you want to eat at? I'm like, you couldn't figure that out yourself? Okay, you talk to me for umpteenth time and you asking me, because you know what? If somebody asks me where I want to eat, guess what? I'm gonna tell you the same place the last person took me. Okay, and that's because I like it.
That's funny.
I'm just saying, don't ask me. I want you to like it's different when a man just does it. If it's somewhere I don't like, I promise I'm gonna still eat it. And if I don't like it, now we can have a conversation about that later, but guess what? I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat whatever it is that I can eat on the menu, because I don't want to complain in the moment. Let me tell you,
whatever I can eat that's on the menu.
Yeah, if a man actually tries to do something, and I'm not going to complain about it in that moment, but if he asks me like, "Babe, did you really like that?" I'm like, no, not really. But I still ate. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, be real with y'all, man. Listen. I'm not about to lie. I'm not about to lie. Do not ask me a question at the table if you don't want the right answer, because I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Ask me when we get home, and then we can argue later. Okay.
I'm good. But no, us as women, we definitely can tell, right? Well, shoot, I can't even say that because some women get played. But I would hope women would understand the difference. How he moves, the words he's using, making sure his words is aligning with his actions. That's a really big one, right? Sexual, he's probably hitting you up during a certain hour, right? After 12 o'clock. We know, ladies, if a man's hitting you up after a certain time period, his mind is on one thing and he's wanting you for that, right? So that's a big giveaway regarding the sexual attention. If he's just hitting you up and he's only saying sexual stuff or coming at you some types of way, that's all he's really interested in. If he's not asking you questions to understand you on a deeper level, he's not trying to get to know you on that type of level. There's a lot of men in our DM saying the same thing. We know a lot of men shooting their shots that be on the panels. We know what they want. Let's just be honest. We know what y'all want. And some women can spot that. We can spot the BS and we can spot the foolery. That's why y'all getting ignored. But yeah.
Go ahead, Ms. K.A. What are your thoughts about it? Can women tell the difference between sexual attention and romantic attention?
Yes.
Elaborate, explain, please.
I mean, I think sometimes people want things to be something different than what they know it is. So they may lie to themselves or, try to justify, certain things or whatever. But I think that in my opinion, I would say that most women know when a man wants them, romantically versus just for their body or something like that. But I think, sometimes people will be like, well, maybe this means this, and like just start making up stuff to feed whatever desire that they themselves have about what they want the situation to be.
I see you with the Kayla. What are your thoughts about that? You agree with Kay, and give your thoughts about the question.
I definitely think I agree. I think that most women, I won't say all, because some people aren't able to read situations properly. But I think most women know based on the energy, based on the words he's saying, based on the body language, based on if he's looking at you or if he's looking at your titties. Like, if he...
What?
Yeah, like if he's really into you or if he just wants to have sex with you. So I do think that there is I do think that there is sexual tension, even if he is even in the romantic sense. I just think that when it's in the strictly sexual, there isn't that romantic or deeper element. So yeah, I think most women can definitely tell, but I think that depending on the man and if he's being honest and truthful, depending on how he is, people get fooled. I mean, so everybody's got a gotcha moment in their life, where somebody literally is just like lying, they're charming, they're saying these different things, they're doing these certain things for a certain period of time, you know what I mean? And then they're done with their game, and then they switch up. So that happens and with both genders. Once they get what they want, they switch up. I think that goes across everything, even business too sometimes. So yeah, that's what I think.
Man, every last one of y'all done got finessed. Every one of y'all done got finessed.
I think everybody in life has
Hold on, women. It's the gentleman's time. Men, we've heard the women on the panel speak. What are you guys' thoughts about it? According to them, most of the women on the panel say that they know whether it's sexual attention or romantic attention. I know Kayla had a little bit of a safe answer on the back end of her response, but I'm curious to hear what the
wait. What's safe answer?
We're gonna go to the fellas. I'm gonna do it in after hours. Okay.
I go ahead and say
I'm not gonna be here for after hours. That's okay.
Yeah, because this is crazy. I'm just saying how it is. If you think it's a difference between sexual and romantic energy, it's all bullshit. It's all for a nut.
Facts.
So
Facts.
you say what you want to say. It's just niggas gonna move differently. You know what I'm saying? Them flowers, it's when he buy you them flowers, he thinking about getting that box. If he buy you some candy, he thinking about getting that box. If he can get that box, if he know he can get that box with giving you Chick-fil-A, instead of Ruth Chris, he'll do it. Trust me.
Oh my God.
All that little bullshit and romantic shit is literally to drop down your guard to get to the box. Listen. Everything leads to the box. It's just that dudes, it just do it in different ways. If I know right now, I can get Siobhan some Chick-fil-A and goddamn, and look, and still
Why
get the box.
Chick-fil-A though?
You look like you like a chicken sandwich. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, if I know I can get away with that, I'm gonna do it. But if Siobhan, if I know that, you know what? If I want to, this is why dudes go all out with the so-called romantic shit. It ain't really romantic. It's still sexual. They want some pussy. They go out because they want no doubt they finna get that pussy. That's why you're gonna get the roses and the candles, so it can be locked, sealed, and secure. They gonna get that pussy. And they know if they might do that shit, they know you know what I'm saying, you might let them nut on the face or do something crazy because you feel special now. You know what I'm saying? So all them roses that nigga put in, think about the moments you went through and think about the shit that wait, baby. And think about the shit that you did for the first time when he made a trail of roses and some candles, right? Compared to when he just got some takeout. You went all out because you felt that he was doing this romantic energy. But listen, it was all for a piece of pussy.
It's all from
that. So when you're in a relationship with someone and you're already having relations with them regularly, I still think that, I mean, what is the difference? Because you're going to get it anyway. I do think that some people just are romantic and they like to have romantic partners with people that they care about. You know what I mean? Because once you get the box, that's what a lot of men stop doing. They stop doing the romantic stuff now that y'all are in a relationship.
Exactly. So look,
some men keep it going because they, you know, like they are romantic in their own.
No guy.
You just proved his point.
One at a time.
Like all men aren't the same. Some men do like romance for themselves, and others just do it just to get the box. We can't act like all men are the same. They're not.
Did you understand? You literally just proved my point.
Yeah. I never said that your point was wrong. No, I never disagreed. If you heard what I said when I first made my point, I didn't disagree with you. So
okay, I'm not saying you disagree. I'm saying you made my point. I'm trying to bounce back and forth with you. It's not a point of
disagreeing. So, but go ahead.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just going back in. You threw an alley hoop, so now I'm finna dunk it.
Okay.
Thank you for the alley hoop, baby. What you just said is on point. Most women say after they get into relationships, all the romantic vibes go away because that shows the romantic vibes was only to make you lower your guard and get that box. That's it.
Why do y'all honestly think that? So y'all think that the romantic vibes is to do what?
Listen, Kayla, can I do this one?
Go ahead, please do.
Yeah, and do it to her.
Please do it for me. I'm gonna use.
Thank you.
Do this.
Thank you.
Come on.
You know I love you, girl. But anyway,
go ahead.
There is a sense of where you guys are trying to romance us, right? But we're trying to romance y'all, okay? And we're trying to get what we want too.
What?
Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah.
That ain't so.
I'm serious. Like, I mean,
shit.
You have people, or like you have some women that will like, oh yeah.
Hey man, take notes right now.
Like we're expecting you guys to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, some of y'all don't do it, but then we do it to y'all. And then when we do it to you guys, it's just like, okay, we get what we want, but we're sizing y'all out too. We're trying to figure out what you guys bring to the table, what you guys got. And then once we figure out what you got.
You know what we bring into the table?
What?
Post-nut clarity. Post-nut clarity. That's what we bring into the table. We bring in the limitless pill the minute that we get on.
I need to see your face, Logic. I can't see you. I see the background. I gotta be able to see your face.
Hey, the only thing you can give me is a piece of pussy. Everything else is irrelevant. I'm keeping it focused. The only thing, and men ain't gonna tell you this, They gonna lie to you. I like the way your eyes look, but
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Everything leads to the pussy. If your hair smell good, I'm thinking about your pussy. If your skin is soft, I'm thinking about your pussy. If your ass is fat, I'm thinking about the pussy.
But see, that's the thing. But that's the thing, though. You could be out. You can be in a club. You can have your hair smell good. You look good. You have a fat ass. You have nice, bosoms or whatever the case may be. And then you look at you. You see what I'm saying? And then you still looking like.
I tried to give y'all the blueprint. I honestly did.
Listen. But we're listening. No, people are listening.
Multiple shows ago, I've given y'all the blueprint over and over again. I told you. I said if you want to actually get to know whether or not a dude is feeling you, then you need to be in his network. Because if you're dating, the only thing you are is meat. You're a fresh piece of pussy. That's it. If you want to understand whether or not a dude would rock with you, and you really want to understand who a dude truly is, it has nothing to do with dating at all. No, dating is just trying to bust through the layers so that we can get to the pussy. That's really all it is.
I get that, but what about the people that don't get to the pussy and they still trying to figure out those?
I mean, it's some weak dudes. Listen, we didn't say every dude was successful. Nobody said every dude is successful, right? It's a lot of dudes that do all of the simp behavior, and then they may not have the situational awareness to understand that she was just using him as a piece of food and she listed him as lunch in her phone. And then the other dude that already understood what that chick was about and knew that her barrier to entry was low was going to come right behind him and bust her down. No, we're not saying that some dudes, every single dude is successful. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that the objective is the objective.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
some women, the barrier to entry may be a little bit higher or lower, and it may be some dudes that's just like, look, fuck you, I ain't got to try because I already got options and a bunch of other chicks that's around. But the game is still the game. It hasn't changed.
No, it hasn't.
Siobhan, why you think men take you on dates? I'm curious because I want to know. Do you really know? If a man asks you, they see you tomorrow, and they say, Siobhan, I want to take you on a date. What do you think his goal is for taking you on that date?
So there's different ones, right? You have the ones that just want to be like, hey, I'll take care of you, this and that. And then you have the ones that want to take you out and don't have enough to take you out. And then
wait, Siobhan, baby, slow down. Listen to what I'm saying. Why is he taking you on a date?
Because of my soul, my heart.
No, he's taking you on a date because he want that box.
Listen, I think that yes.
No. And look, so if you didn't check it out, Siobhan, if you didn't have a box, right?
Yeah.
Do you know they want to ask you on a date?
Yeah.
Remove your box from the equation, right? Imagine right now, God just say, you know what? All pussies and titties go away. Snap, right? Immediately your DMs will dry up.
You don't even got to do that. All you got to do is get her to put on a fat suit. For some reason, guys can't see through the fat suit in order to be able to see your soul and your heart. Yeah. Why they can't see your soul and your heart through that fat suit?
I think what a lot of people can't really see my heart and my soul because they can't really, they don't have access to me.
They don't care about your heart and your soul, Siobhan.
They don't have access to that. They can't even get past the layer of that.
Even if they
really?
Even if they had access to your heart and soul, whatever way that's possible, they still wouldn't give a fuck because they're asking you on a date for the potential to have sex with you. That's it. Yeah, if I said, hey, I like you.
That's not it, Siobhan. There are men out there that do want real women. That's not the reason that every single guy will be asking you out. There are men out there that want relationships, that want real women. So let's not do this like every single guy is only looking for, something that wouldn't even make sense because we in this panel with people, praise their wives and praise the good women in their lives. So
but you gotta understand though, Kayla, the problem with your analogy.
I've actually been in the presence of really, really, really good men, right?
But wait, guys, listen. I get everything that Logic is saying. I know what Anton gonna come with, but ladies, let me tell y'all something. There's not one man on the face of the earth, including your daddy, your granddaddy, your greasy grandpappy, that looked at your mama, your grandmama, your great grandmama and said, "Man, she got a fat ass heart. She got a beautiful mind, a wonderful soul." Come on, man. If we
No,
gonna
the
have
go,
these
she's super gorgeous.
if we
She's
gonna have these
gorgeous. She's
conversations, what I'm
beautiful.
saying is, if we gonna have these conversations like adults, then we need to have them. Because Siobhan answered, wait, Siobhan, respectfully, your answer to Logic's question should have been, "Yes, I know that," and that's it. Yeah, I know I'm young, I'm sprung, I'm full of. Your answer should have been, "Relax, Kayla, relax with the faces. Relax." Your answer, Siobhan, should have been, "Yeah, I know this. I know that's why men approach me. I know that may be their initial whatever, intentional whatever, right?" But then once I vet them and deem them worthy of whatever, then it proceeds this way. But you was busy making it seem like, "Nope, I ain't never play bookie boo boo." Dude, he sees he don't just see my smile and my beautiful teeth. He see my soul, bookie boo boo. He see my heart, because I'm beautiful on the inside and out.
No, I want to laugh so bad, but I have to be so serious because I get you. And it's so crazy that you say that, and you actually said it earlier too. Is that a lot of people do kind of have this persona that I am perfect, but I'm really not perfect. I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. So when I do talk to people, sometimes they're just like, "Okay, oh, you're perfect, you're everything I need." And then when I do fuck up, it is like, "Fuck, I thought you were perfect." Like,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? So when you do mess up, it's like, damn, like this is the worst shit that ever happened. You see what I'm saying? But that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I've never been played before or things like that. What I'm saying is that some of the things that you guys are referencing, maybe I never looked at in that way, or I never perceived the person. I can't really say that I've talked to a whole lot of people. It takes me a lot to really like a person. So I haven't been in a space where I've even been with a whole bunch of people. Like, I just haven't. So if somebody really has dated me, or not dated me, but has or wanted to be with me in that space, like some people just don't even fully have that opportunity, or I just really don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just me being honest.
Yeah,
I think that's the point. I think us as women, we so blind because we're not listening. We're blind because that's not how we're taught to look at things through a man's perspective. So we might say, "Oh, we never went through that." But if we really deep dive into certain circumstances, we probably went through it. We just didn't really notice it until these men are breaking it down why it happened.
Yeah.
Do you understand this? Do you understand this though? The reason men put up, see y'all trying to complicate a simple concept. The reason men put up with y'all shit so much is because we simplified it. We understand that, look, it's just about the pussy. I'm telling you, it's just about the pussy. That's why we can put it with so much. You guys can't put up with it because it means y'all got so many other things that y'all worry about. Men are simple as shit. It's like this. Pussy, all that, the fact, everything you said, Siobhan, that a man like you for, they just telling you that to make it easy access to that box. You know what I'm saying? They making you feel good. They making you comfortable. They say, "Your hair pretty." But guess what? Oh, go ahead. My computer fucking up.
No, I listen, when I talk to people, I do hold them accountable for some things. I do think that when I talk to a person, I do try to ask those questions. But sometimes, when you're talking to a person and it's a different person, sometimes I don't know what real questions I need to ask because every man is just so different. You see what I'm saying?
Ask shit. Don't tell you. Don't ask nothing. If he's taking you on that date His goal is to be with you sexually. I don't know how people.
That's every guy's role, right? I mean, that's the reason
Yes.
he asks you out on a date. So that's a given. You know what I mean?
I
It's on the
know.
date figuring out what else. What else are you
But
here
this
for?
is the thing. It's what else for you. But for him, it's a clear and defined focus. For you, it's all that other shit that y'all be saying. But for him, he really wants to actually be with you sexually. That's it. If it's about hanging out, having fun, he can do that with his homeboys. You see what I'm saying? It's really, I'm telling you.
I mean, really, I get that. I just feel like men, per my observation, men as they get older, they want to do less with hanging out with other men. Like they want to be with their woman. Like men that when they start getting older, like they don't want to sit around and look at other dicks. Like they want to be happy, not paying no bills, around their beautiful woman and just living life. This
That's
whole, I want to hang out and do fun stuff all the time with my homeboys thing is giving like 18, 20-year-olds. I don't know. Wait. To
your point.
It's a little bit weird. Like everything fun you want to be doing with your homeboys. Like, I don't know.
Go to the golf clubs, go to the gun ranges, go to the boating docks.
Well, of course, those are moments and times for the guys. But I mean, majority wise.
Okay, I'm telling you a majority. That's a majority of these married men. If you go to the golf course at 9 a.m., they hang out with they homeboys from 9 a.m. to goddamn probably 1 o'clock. They'll transition from that to the gun range. Like I said, and then guess what? They're going to go home for the box and something to eat. That's it.
That could be very much true, but that's not everyone. So that's okay. That's okay. Those people that subscribe to that, that's totally fine.
But let's say, Kayla, even to your point, even in the blue car, so let's say they're not at a gun range or a golf course, they definitely bowling. They are bowling, and they definitely skating. And then think about motorcycle clubs. I mean, if you from
my
Chicago,
dad is the president of one. I know.
But that's what I'm saying. If you from,
but there are also women.
But listen to what I'm saying.
In the club.
Okay. So how many?
His wife's in the club too.
I got you. So Kayla,
she ain't at all the stuff, but when they have big stuff.
So Kayla, how many women are in a motorcycle club to fellowship with other women versus how many men are in a motorcycle club to fellowship with other men? Anomalies, cool. Anecdotals, cool. But most men are I'm just bringing it to a blue collar level.
Okay.
Dudes go to a pub, they go to a chug-a-lug, a lounge, a bar, or whatever to fellowship with other men, which is what Logic was saying. But I want to say something else to Siobhan. Yo, Siobhan, all due respect, love you, baby girl. But if Ricky was here, that point that you talked about men being romantic and y'all love that shit, he would be like, y'all are liars.
That's why I said it while he wasn't here.
Liar.
What? We don't like romance? You think we like that?
Listen. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
My wife will tell you I'm quick with the roses, the balloons, the cards, the flowers, the candy. I'm quick to out myself, say I'm beta simp, hoe stud, all that, right? I'm telling you from a guy that is a romantic, hopeless romantic, poetry, all that shit.
Ooh,
come on, y'all lying. No, don't clap, Bookie Boo Boo. Y'all lying.
Oh, I'm not.
Y'all lying. Y'all ladies, y'all are.
I'm super romantic.
No,
I love planning. I love planning romantic things. I'm like such a
idea of that shit. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all like the idea of it. Y'all like how it makes you feel in the moment. I'm telling you. Okay.
I mean, you can say what you think about the general population, but us specifically, I mean, we're here.
I'm talking about ladies.
Okay.
And I'm going to say I was addressing Siobhan specifically. Y'all are liars.
No,
I mean, Rilla, but there are some women that get pleasure for their man, though. Yeah, there are.
Not all.
But you said that you're a hopeless romantic, right? But I am too, right? And no, I really am. No, I really am.
Some people like romance. What is the problem?
really
That's shame of romance. I'm just telling y'all are liars.
Wait, why do you think we're
I'm
liars?
not. I really do
liars.
love
We're not
romance.
liars. All
You
I'm
can't tell
saying
me I'm a
is
liar
that-
about what I
Listen,
like.
Y'all,
Yo,
one at a
listen.
time, y'all. One at a time. One at a
Wait,
time,
each
family.
of
One
y'all
at a
can
time.
give me a story about the
Yes.
man that was most romantic to you, and he still
Yes.
wasn't enough.
Absolutely.
Oh, no,
So,
No,
That's what we were saying.
no. It wasn't him not about being enough. That's not why we're not together.
actually, I'll tell you this. He was actually one of the men that I talked to, college, that really didn't have a lot, but I knew he was very driven. And I remember he could not cook for shit because I cooked all the time when I was in college. A lot of people knew me for cooking in college. And I remember him attempting to cook for me, and it was nasty as fuck. Like, to the point to where I didn't even eat it. I ate a little piece. And I was like, ooh. And he was like, you like it? And I was like, no, I don't like
Did you end it because he couldn't cook?
No way, Siobhan.
Wait. Let her answer my question, please.
Say it again.
Did you end it because he couldn't cook?
No, we were still talking. But like, it was just so bad. Like, he was just like, oh my God. Like, he was like, you love it? And I was like, no. I was like, it's actually disgusting. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. But then I walked into the room and he had like a little heart and like these little candies. And I don't really like chocolate like that. But they were like these white chocolate candies that I actually started to like. And that's the only chocolate that I eat. So, yeah.
Hey, can I give one more news flash, right? I'm sorry, guys, but I gotta put this out here.
What was Willa's question?
Oh, I gotta just put this out here, right? And I'm finna fade to black after this because y'all finna be mad at me.
Wow.
The thing is the reason niggas gotta be these big romantics is because they ain't dropping no logs off in no draws. Because I'm telling you.
That's not true.
Can you say that line
Ladies, hold up, Siobhan. Let me finish.
Not true.
Let them finish.
I'm telling you, because the thing is what they lack, they got to make up for it in other areas. I'm telling you, look, because everything leads to the pussy anyway. If a nigga is lacking in areas, then now he got to make up for it by buying you gifts and shit like this. Check this out. Look, I ain't never had a bitch ask me for shit. And guess what? And I don't have to, because guess what I'll be doing? I'll be slamming shit on her fucking neck. And I already know that.
What? You got like,
hold on, Siobhan. Hold on.
Siobhan, you know it's true. That's why in your mind you thinking the most romantic nigga you had wasn't laying no law. That's why he got to be romantic.
But I didn't say he was the most romantic. I just said I made an example of someone that I was dating.
No. I ain't got my point. Had nothing to do with your point, with your situation. What I'm saying, think about the most romantic nigga you ever had, right? He wasn't laying no law. Tell me I'm lying. Exactly.
You lying.
I know he wasn't. That's why he was
not
romantic.
There was a pause.
No, she said
not for me.
I like Siobhan because she honest. She admitted, and then that's the truth. You gotta go aboard. You gotta go overboard because you lacking in the law department. But the niggas that's laying law, that's what I'm finna do. I ain't finna sit here and give you no goddamn roses for what? You finna come and get this dick.
I mean,
nigga, that's what we designed for. That's what God said. God said, "Be fruitful and multiply." So, in other words, let me translate for you slow niggas. Go out there and get that pussy. That's what God said.
But what I'm saying is that particular person didn't get it.
He didn't get the pussy.
Get what?
Nope.
That's even proved my point. And you look, I'm out of here, Siobhan. You're
okay. So Siobhan, I gotta stop you because the most romantic person for me was the person that I was with for the longest and was going to marry. That was the most romantic person in my life. So I don't agree with that. Like, I think he was more romantic because I think he was more romantic because he knows I'm a romantic and he just like really loved me. And also, the more romantic you are, the wetter it is. Let's just keep it honest.
How was his dick game though? How was his dick game? How was his dick game, Caleb?
It was good. It was fire. That's not why we got
Whatever.
together. It's not about that. That's why we stayed together the longest that we did, because it was so good. We should have been broke up, but that shit was bomb. So it went on for 2 extra years, whatever.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and transition. If you guys just tuning in, welcome to Lapeef. Let's talk. So make sure we get the likes up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. What'd you say, Anton?
No, I was just moving on to our next topic.
Anton wanted to tell me I'm so bad.
No, I'm with it. It's funny. I was just listening to JR because I know that I know his spiel by heart because we've been doing this for so long.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the sponsor again, SugarCurls. Shout out to SugarCurls, and she does have a message for the panel. SugarCurls Nutrition and Natural Hair Salon is bringing awareness to men's health and grooming. CDC reports that the top 2 causes of death in men are heart disease and cancer. Research shows that both diseases can be prevented through nutrition and lifestyle changes. To enhance this initiative, Assured Man Natural was created as a superior man's multivitamin, mineral, and herb to support men's prostate health, heart health, and immune system. We also know that men's scalp and facial hair health is important. So we have SugarCurls Salon, Twist and Shine Oil for hair and beard grooming. I do have the website in the description, so make sure you guys go ahead and click it, and shout out to SugarCurls. Also, shout out to our sponsor, Teach Hanley. That link is in the description. 30% off along with a free gift. So make sure you guys feel the Teach. Feel the Teach.
Ever since I've been using SugarCurls, you see my beard has been getting fuller. It just look. I'm telling you, man. Look, it add that extra shine and glow to it, and then now I only have to lay all that log because I got a nice beard.
I hate you so much.
Hey, women like the beards. Let's go ahead and yeah, women like the meat. We haven't got to the meat yet, but we'll discuss the meat. Let's go get through these super chats. Any volunteers to read the super chats?
I'll do it.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
I don't know. 954 Logic is telling facts, straight facts tonight. Amen. Ra, gotta salute tonight's show. No over talking.
Oh, the show's going pretty good. I like that.
Cam Combs, Chicago really love your disposition. ATL, JR, Anton. Broccoli Brock, $5. I liked you and I want you. We can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. Oh my God. C-Dub 93. Logic is dangerous tonight. Mr. Wendell, $200. A man being out to spend all that romantic energy on a woman he don't see himself marrying. You have to earn romance, ladies.
Shout out to Mr. Wendell for the big banks, big money.
Rebellious videos, $2. No, I got men in my DMs. I've been proposed to 3 times. Okay, sis.
They want that pussy still.
Vintage, $5. If you can tell the difference between romantic and sexual attention, why your baby daddy didn't marry you? Same way yours did. Not for the BS, $5. Ladies talk tough, but they all got a pookie. And when he calls, they answer.
Happy belated birthday to JB. His birthday was
Hey, happy birthday, JB.
Birthday.
Logic, check the back
Happy
chat.
birthday, JB.
Jonathan Barronville, $9.99. LMAO, y'all are proving that y'all are easy to finesse with these answers. If a man really wants to get in them draws, he'll play romantic if he needs to. Y'all are highlighting obvious cases. Super Dork 45, $2. Single mothers best bet are the second to be wives. Tailor made $2. Romance because it hit different when you feel special. Mrs. S. Parker, $1.99. Some ladies and gents like to be finessed. Bruiser, what's good, bro? Answer to topic, how would they? They can't tell the difference between a good man and a pookie.
Hi, Bruiser.
Serve MLRCC, $5. Women are not romancing men they aren't sexually attracted to. The fuck you talking about, Siobhan? Same thing you talking about. The fuck. CDU, BB, $1.99. Why y'all never down check read my super chat? We read it. Sorry.
Oh, I think that's Rella.
Is it?
Rella, hey, see if you can find super chat, Rella.
Really? Is that you? Okay, Mother J, $9.99. You can always count on Logic and Anton to give you the straight no chaser LOL. Okay, Mother J.
I'm glad the red Anton is back. All that other simp will need to stay away.
Mr. Renegade, $1.99. Congrats on reaching 70K subs. Road to 100K subscribers.
Shout out to the 70K. Appreciate that.
Woo woo. TO31, $5. Nah, Logic. We go on dates. No more. We take them to Miami or Vegas, and that ain't shit.
Shout out to my nigga.
What is this, Mr. Radu? Ryder, $4.99. Show me a bad chick and I'll show you a man that's over her. Antoine Guthrie, $2. Women just want to feel better about being finessed. Josh, thank you for being a new member. Green Gang. Black Jack, Kayla gonna take a poem over a purse. Insane One, ladies love the meat.
Ladies
Lakeith
love the
JR.
meat. Hey, shout out to my guy again, man, with another big bank.
Mr. Wendell, $100. Men sometimes use romance to pull that super nasty final form freak out of women. Bruh, just want you to just use that finishing move.
That's it.
I hate you so much. Rebellious videos. I meant that. That's what women say. They think DMs equals love. Vintage, $6.99. Some animals hunt aggressively. Some animals are smoother and take their time. That's the difference between a romantic or not. Same goal.
Big
Jason Jameson, new member, Green Gang. G Firm, $4.99. Flowers to Rilla, love you, bro, and appreciate you rocking the Haitian jacket that one time. You already know.
All right. All the super chats for right now. I think I got everybody. If you super chatted after that, I will be sure to get to them. I don't think nobody.
Oh, wait, JR, I gotta say this. Hold up. This shit ain't real. Hold up. This nigga Anton just sent me $1,000 for my birthday. Shout out to the goddamn bag chaser. Hey, and I will give this money to all the nice strippers at the stadium this weekend.
This is a mess. This is a mess. That old
Happy
man
Born
laugh.
Day,
Here
champ.
you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Zigzag.
All right. Moving on. We're getting closer to the meat, ladies. So just stay patient. Let's go ahead and push through this. Go ahead and push through it. Our next topic of the night, I'm gonna start off with Kay with this one. So Kay, get ready. I know you've been patiently waiting and eager to give your input. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we get you to that. Do you think relationships are about happiness?
Romantic relationships?
Yeah, romantic.
I think that happiness should be a part of romantic relationships. You're not going to be happy all the time. I think that, you have to have a common vision, common goals, things that you're working on together, and the willingness to communicate and do what needs to be done for, if you have a family, the betterment of your family in the future and all these types of things. I wouldn't say they're all about happiness, because you're not going to be happy all the time. And if you're ready to leave just because you're not happy, you probably, I mean, you might not ever have a successful relationship, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that means you need to struggle all the time, but you might just not be happy all the time. So I wouldn't say that the foundation is constant happiness, but happiness should definitely be a part of your relationship, and you should be content with your decision to be with the person that you're with. So I wouldn't say like happiness, even though you should be happy. There are many other things that factor in, and happiness comes and goes.
Okay. I think, girl, Q, in your opinion, do you think relationships, romantic relationships, guy and girl, are about happiness?
I mean, I agree with Kay. It shouldn't be just a foundation based on just happiness, because you never know what that person might go through. He might lose his job. She might go through depression. So I think having that communication regarding what your goals are or where you want to be in life and how y'all are moving together, then you can add that to the book. Happiness is a bonus, right? Happiness looks different to everybody. To men, they want peace. To women, they want a protective man, a husband, someone that can be there for them. So happiness. Oh, we didn't have to show. Yay! Hi, Sarah. But I know I totally agree with what Kay said regarding that. It's not all about happiness. It's through thick and thin. Sometimes that thick ain't happy. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me get some guys in here real quick. Rilla, you think relationships are about happiness? Romantic?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, for women. Yes, about happiness for women. Women need, listen. Shout out to whoever just pulled up. Yeah, I think for women, they tend to focus on happiness in a relationship. Men tend to focus on peace. Period. When I come home, I'm done slaying dragons. I'm done fighting the world. I'm done fighting supremacy, white supremacy, or whatever. I don't want to come home and have to fight woman supremacy, right? Or feminist ideology or whatever. I don't want to have to come home and do that too. But even in the last conversation we were just having with, this emphasis being placed on romanticism, right? Romanticism about what? Making the other person happy. I mean, and not to go back to that, Siobhan, I was curious on how y'all romance men. I don't know how.
I could tell you.
I don't know how women romance men, but I do think, for women, happiness is important. And I think what men begin to understand when we take a woman serious and we're looking at, moving forward in the relationship and vetting and, marriage and all that other stuff, man, we start to think about duty. Like, we'll sacrifice a lot of like, y'all have no idea what men will sacrifice for duty and obligation and honor just to keep shit straight. Like, big facts. Has nothing to do with happiness for us. But for women, it's everything. You didn't pick up the clothes, or you didn't do this, or you didn't, like. Anyway, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? Because I brought up peace also, but you brought up peace, but isn't peace a form of your happiness?
Yes, but listen, happiness is a internal. So what men understand, with or without, listen to a lot of the brothers that talk in this space too. With or without, by hook or crook, they gonna get peace with or without a woman. So they don't lead, like, they don't go in thinking happiness. Now you can equate peace to a form of their what they have, but that's happiness, but that's not what men lead with.
That's we never said lead, though. We never said lead.
Well, okay, so what do women lead with?
No, I never said lead. I said a form of happiness looks different, and that's why I said men's happiness is peace. Our happiness is.
But what I'm saying is, what men don't prioritize that in the way that women prioritize their happiness.
You don't prioritize peace?
Men prioritize peace. Okay. Men do not prioritize happiness in the way that women prioritize happiness.
Okay.
I think what we're really trying to say is this. how hard is it to, I mean, how hard it got to be to give a man a peaceful household, right? Now, consider how hard it is to actually make your spouse happy. It's effort, you know what I'm saying? The whole shit with Siobhan say about the flowers and shit like that. I mean, all you got to do is just shut the fuck up. And that's peace.
What?
You see what I'm saying? And I'm not literally talking about, you know what I'm saying, like just being disrespectful to the ladies. But peace is simple. But if you going out to make somebody happy, then now it becomes more complicated. It's more different layers to it. You know what I'm saying? If you got to buy new cars, you got to buy new pocketbooks, all that kind of stuff like that they require for happiness. Like peace is it should not be considered happiness. That should just be a baseline thing. If you're in a household, at least that household should be peaceful. But as far as like, and I get what you're saying, it can be deemed as something that's happiness.
Right.
But like, if we saying that we got to do so much just to have a peaceful household that it's a hard requirement, I don't get it. I think that's part of our problem now.
You also said something about happiness is harder to achieve. You can call a woman pretty and beautiful, and she might smiling will be grand. So it's not as you don't need. Not all women need. Oh, I need a new car. She needs a Birkin or a dozen roses. You can call her beautiful. How are you doing today? Having a conversation, and that's simple.
Thank you.
That can bring on happiness to a woman.
I'm sorry.
One at a time, y'all. One at a time, y'all.
I'm sorry,
I'm just saying, you get in the cap zone though. Now let's be realistic, right? Today in 2022, can I sit here and tell you, Siobhan, you look beautiful every day. Siobhan, your ass look fat. Siobhan, this and this and this. And then now you're gonna say, I'm the happiest woman on earth.
No. We're talking about men that we're actually liking and wanting to date further. Right? Hearing those affirmations, if you're an affirmation type of person, that is going to bring you happiness. Oh, my man is thinking about me. He's saying this. And like,
that doesn't work because it's only.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I don't know what type of woman y'all got, but
listen.
No, yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Pay attention to me, baby girl. Let me rock with you. It doesn't.
Hey,
work.
As soon as that time finished, we're gonna go to Sarah.
It doesn't work when it's repeatedly done over and over again. And so you have to balance it out because it's like somebody saying, I love you. If you say, I love you to somebody, say, I love you too. Like, you don't really mean it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's something that we've normalized saying. So like, for example, I know for a fact that if Q gets certain compliments, she'd be like, thank you. And just keep it moving because she know that the reason that they're giving her a compliment is it's an ulterior motive.
You're right.
But if I tap in with Q and I'll be like, yo, listen, and I call her, right? And I ain't talked to her in a couple of days, and I call her and I'm like, yo, you know what? You know how much value you bring to my life or whatever. She'd be like, oh my God, Antonio. And then she'd be, you know what I'm saying? She'd be melting. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that you can't just shower a chick with compliments all the time because all you're going to do is you're going to numb her to the compliments. You can't give her flowers every single day because then she's going to expect flowers and she's going to develop a sense of entitlement instead of having a sense of appreciation.
I don't know.
Wait, Anton, your first part, hold on, I'm gonna speak real quick. Your first part, you know why I really don't care? Because I don't value those guys like that. So I really don't care. But as I said before, you said something, it matters who it's coming from. If it's a guy we're interested in, we're dating, we're wanting to know on a deeper level, of course we will care. But these random
but it still it can't come every day because then it'll normalize and it will be expected instead of being appreciated, and then you have to balance it out, right? But more importantly, just to answer the question, relationships are not, life is not about happiness, right? The relationships are not about happiness. Relationships for men are more about convenience than peace and happiness, to be honest with you. It's about convenience and it's about business. That's what it should be, about business. But it certainly should be about convenience. And for women, it's for a sense of companionship and it's to be connected. They need somebody to be connected to, and they need somebody to be interdependent on as far as communicating effectively, or else they can't bottle that all up and keep it within themselves. They need to be able to express that to somebody.
All right, I'm going to go to Sarah. Appreciate you pulling up to the show. Thank you and welcome. What are your thoughts about it? I see you raise your hand. Want to get in there?
Well, first off, I think we need to kind of define or make the definition what happiness is for everybody, because there's happy moments. Life, you will never have a happy life. Never. Nobody has it or ever had it. Like happy ever after? No, that doesn't exist. There's happy moments in life. And when you're talking about happiness, I'm thinking, what is that happy life for me? You know, like I'm started like thinking, what is it like a happy life? What do I expect of a happy life? So I started thinking and saying, you know what, I don't want to be arguing with someone every day. I wouldn't want to be arguing. So at the end of the day, I want peace. It's also peace, but just as much as you want peace, we want peace. And what I see in my house is that the person, the leader of the house, is bringing peace to the house, and that's why he has peace in the house too. I have to be honest, because I've never heard my grandpa yelling, screaming, diminishing my grandmother. I never heard that. Never seen it. I don't know what it is. I never seen my dad disrespecting my grandmother, my stepmom. Never. So I think that plays a role. And I'm not blaming men. I'm not saying they're responsible ones. No. But I don't want to be reminding someone, hey, pick up your plate and take it to the sink, when that's something like, it's manners. Your mother should have taught you when you were little.
Bloop.
So I'm just saying that those little things that are the reason why women argue or we nag about are little things that you could be a little bit understanding. And
That's the fact.
I guess it's just about what happiness is to you, what happiness is for that person. Because at the end of the day, we all want to have peace in our lives.
Exactly.
It's not even about just being happily ever after. It's about having
Peace.
more happy moments, because we know we're going to have up and downs. We know we're going to have, economic problems, health issues, all those stuff. But if the person is drinking every weekend, that's not bringing peace to my house. Let's say the men, right? I'm not saying women. I don't drink, but if the men, because I was in a relationship like that, and the reason why it ended is because he started drinking every Friday. And then it wasn't enough every Friday. It was Friday and Saturday. And then it was the entire weekend. And then it was every weekend. And it was kind of like progressing. And I couldn't tolerate that. I'm like, nope, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not.
Hey,
And at the
Sarah,
end,
Sarah, have you ever been to a place called El Logic Tan?
where's that?
That's right here. You come here, you'll have happiness and peace. Hey, you have to worry about shit.
You mess.
Okay. That's what happiness is to you. That's what makes you happy, but that's not what makes other men happy. And that was my point. What makes you happy is not what makes other men happy. What makes my dad happy is not what makes you happy, and so on. So you have, and what I think is that you men have to be understanding, because you want women to understand that your logic, man, your way of thinking, the way you are, how simple you are, but you don't want to understand that in our nature is part of us is to be emotional. And you don't want to understand that. You want to change our nature. We cannot go against our nature. So you want to be understood, but you don't want to understand the other part either.
But see, happiness is a state of mind.
It's
Like
Yes.
you
subjective. It's just like beauty. It's subjective. It's just like
right.
beauty.
So you can't say what makes you happy, because despite your circumstances, you're always supposed to be in a specific state of mind. You it doesn't matter if you're rich or if you're just a regular person. Like, you being happiness is not something that you being happy is not something that you can necessarily chase. You see what I'm
I think
saying?
I totally understand. What I think is that your happiness cannot depend on someone else. I am happy the way I am. I am happy by myself. So if someone else is coming into my life, it's adding up, not
I get
subtracting.
no,
It's
I agree with that.
it's making me more, not less than what I am.
I agree with that. You shouldn't look for someone to be happy with yourself, because that's a failure. Then you're going to depend on that person for you to be happy. That's a fact. That's
Like
like
I
that
enjoy
statement. You shouldn't look for someone to be whole. No, fix the damn self before you go looking for somebody else. I
I
totally
enjoy
agree
my
with that.
life. I enjoy my life already, though, and I'm not like partying or doing, no. I go out, I do hikings, I do like cool stuff like that I think it's cool for me. So the man that is coming to my life, for example, it has to be someone that is active into outdoor activities. And that's why I'm gonna be like more oriented to be with someone like that. I cannot be with a man that all cares about clubs and drinking, because that's
But
not
see,
me.
that's what I was saying, that it's a matter of convenience. It has nothing to do with anything outside of convenience. If somebody does not conveniently fit into this puzzle, that you've framed for your life, then it doesn't make a difference what you want.
And that goes with the point that you were talking about earlier, where men only looking for that specific part of the woman's body that you were saying. That's okay if that's the case. But if the woman is conveniently looking for protection or safetiness, and that's given with money, you cannot blame her, because you are judging her or giving her the value just for that part of the body. If she looks good, and if you're doing that, then she can also do the same to you, because we don't want
we don't blame her.
No, I don't have a problem with it at all.
Okay.
Some people want it both ways.
Because some men don't really, oh, I'm not gonna pay for a date. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just putting the points out there, like what I hear. So it's kind of like contradicting when a man is like, I'm not gonna pay for a date.
Girl, this YouTube.
But you want that from her, and it's like, hey, a woman is with you for this reason, not for your specific part.
Yeah, but I think you're speaking more along with what we're saying. I think you're going, because we're just putting it out there to say, look, the reason I'm taking you out on a date right now is because I want that box. That's it.
And it's fair. Can you get it or not? That's
no. But wait. I'm listening. The reason you going out with me is because you want certain provisions also, right? But see, this is where it get confused. You want certain things. You gonna go when you go on a date with a man. You got certain things that you know you want. That's the reason you accepted the date. If you didn't feel he can offer you these levels of protections and accommodations, you would not go on a date with him. But now let's not fuzz it. It's both ways. But most men ain't gonna tell y'all the truth like I will. Most men are gonna tell you the only reason I'm gonna ask you out for the date for the chance to get that pussy. If I see that pussy's not coming, I'm not gonna go out with you no more. That's it, point blank and period. Just like if you see me, if you going out to me for provision and I fuck around and lose my job or I become broke, you're not gonna go out with me anymore. That's the game. But it get clouded with all this romantic shit and I really love you. You're beautiful, whatever. Yeah, you're beautiful, but you beautiful until I get that box, and then now I come back to reality, and then now we just walk around like normal people.
I have never loved someone that I'm just dating, so that I agree with that. I don't love someone that I'm just dating or just getting to know. Like, love kind of like builds up, and it progressively kind of builds up, I would say.
I want to get to Kay. I know Kay was trying to get in there. Go ahead, Kay.
I think we have to understand as well, Sarah, I definitely agree with what you were saying. I thought it was really well articulated. I think that we have to understand that, like, everyone is not the same. So, like, logic, the thing that you just said, that might be applicable to you, but every man doesn't think that way. Every man is not walking around like, all I care about is the, whatever. Some men are looking for a woman that they can have in their lives that's going to add value. Even you were talking about earlier how the most successful men aren't out here with the IG baddies. So, like, what you're saying doesn't make sense in terms of what you said earlier. So yeah, like, I just think it's really important for us not to put all men in a box or all women in a box or all of anyone in a box, because different people want different things. Some women want only men that are a certain height, have a certain amount of money or whatever. And those women in these spaces get talked about negatively and told they're going to die alone and all these other things. But then when men say, all we care about is the whatever, like you just said, Logic, it's supposed to be taken like, oh, okay, well, that's just how men are. No, different men are different ways. And I actually think it's insulting to men to reduce men down to only caring about what you just said. That might be what you care about, but there are plenty of men. Hold on.
Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? Because she misrepresented what I said.
Okay, but just okay.
Oh, well, I'm just saying because I'm gonna ask you a question, right?
Okay, but wait.
You said
hold
I
on,
said
hold
that.
on. Like, let her finish first, and then go ahead and ask her. Go ahead, Kay.
So, yeah, I just think it's insulting to men because men are multifaceted. There are many different types of men. Every man is not just out here on the prowl and not able to control themselves as it relates to beautiful women around them. Some men have a goal. They're like, you know what? I got this going on in my life. I, of course, want to be attracted to my woman, but the things that make her attractive aren't necessarily her being an IG baddie. It could be her character, her support, her intellect, all these other things. It's not always just looks or anything physical. Sometimes those other things come first, and then the physical like builds from there. So like when you're saying it, like your own thoughts and experience as if they apply to men in general, I just think it's problematic. So like you could just say, I do that. This is what I like. This is what I think, instead of men do this and men do that, because that's belittling men, because men actually aren't always like that. I mean, some are, but some
You
are not.
never said all.
Okay,
though.
so
Okay,
wait. Hold on. Now let me address you. What you said, right?
Okay.
This is how you misrepresent what I said. Because I said all roads lead to what? The box, right? I don't care if you're below average, you're an average chick, you're a bad thought. Guess what? Guess what all of them have in common? A box. So now, whatever you say, yeah, it's all fine and dandy. And you literally went in and you did it on purpose because you're not listening. It doesn't matter what woman, all women have that. So now, no matter who, you totally misrepresent what I said, because ideally that's what goes on. That's why men select women. It's because of that.
Logic, but the thing is, everything you just said, I get it, and that's applicable to you. That's all I was saying. I didn't misrepresent anything you said. I'm just saying that just because you think boxes or whatever are the most important thing about a woman doesn't mean that that's what every man thinks. Some men have other priorities, and they're like, you know what? Boxes are a dime a dozen. You can get that anywhere. But I'm looking for a specific type of woman that's going to be able to support what I'm doing and be an asset to me instead of a liability. Just because you think a certain thing doesn't mean that's what everyone thinks. So no, I am not misrepresenting what you're saying. I'm just saying that what you're saying is not applicable to every man or most. I don't know how many, but I just think it would be better, and this is just my opinion, if you just spoke on behalf of yourself.
Okay, but why do men go after women? No, I'm just saying. It's straightforward. Why do men chooses to go after women and bring them in? Why do they choose to go after women and bring these women in their household?
There are different reasons for different men.
Well, because what I'm trying to get you to understand is the only thing. Well, I don't care if you don't understand that, but really. But ideally, the only reason, the only difference, the only thing relationships like this exist is sexual relationships. Everything else, look, I can have a relationship with a man. The only reason I choose to have these sexual relationships, that's why you call it sexual relationships, is because of one thing. If me and Anton is best homies and I get an old lady, the only difference between my best homie and that woman is what? The box.
Physiological. Okay, so I can respect your opinion. I will word it differently. Is to satisfy a physiological need. Biologically, you want to have sex. You're a man, you want that. I respect that. But guess what? Just as a human being, let's take it to basis. We were created to do one thing: procreate together. You cannot have kids without a woman. We cannot have kids without you. We need each other.
Yes.
Simple as that. So even if you keep saying we don't need women, you need us anyways. Until you create a machine, because men are capable of anything. Okay, you create a machine that's gonna have your own babies, and then you can keep your relationship with other men. Good, but in the meantime,
the problem with what you're saying is that I think that I think that a lot of times because you participate in the process, women tend to think that they're more important than they really are. Right? You can serve a need, but that does not mean that you are as important as we are.
Participate in what process?
That does not mean that does not mean participate in having sex so that we can have a kid.
I think what is the problem is that some people, I'm not saying any of you, but some people diminish the value of the woman. Just Absolutely. As I said right now, you need a woman to have kids. You cannot have it. You cannot have a kid. So exactly. She is 50% important to have that result.
No, she's not.
And
she's not.
Okay,
think about it.
You cannot have a kid without a woman. You cannot have just the ovaries. You cannot have just the uterus from the woman.
I can't talk on this. I can't talk to you on this live stream without a computer, but that don't mean that your computer is as valuable as mine.
Well, but wait, Anton,
that don't mean your camera is as good as mine either.
Anton, can you take an egg from a woman?
I'm just saying, listen. Wait. Let me make this point. We both can get from A to B, but you may catch the bus and I'm driving in a fucking Porsche. It's a completely different conversation.
But the woman is the Porsche in this scenario.
No, she's not.
What?
No, she's not.
You don't even have to I think fathers are very important. I'm just talking in terms of like factual things. A woman can go to a bank and get, what she needs to get and get pregnant without any man around. A man cannot without a woman's body.
Not true.
Correct.
Not true.
Logic. Go ahead, Logic.
No, I just said not true, but go ahead. You can continue.
Either way, the fact of the matter is, if you're putting your value and your worth in entirely based off of your ability to be able to participate in,
but that's not. No one's doing that.
Wait.
No one's putting their entire value in that. That was just something that
You said. Sarah said. We are equally neat. We still not equal. Okay.
How physically? I said physically because of your biological physical need. You need a woman. That's what I said.
Okay, so
I am not saying that
we're physically equal. What you're saying is, let me try to put this together. We're physically equal in our need to create children, and that's it.
That's what
outside of that, we are not equal.
Look at it.
Outside of that, we are not equal in any way, shape, or form. Even in our ability to care for that child, we are not equal.
She was talking about that in response to what Logic was saying about physiological needs of men.
But again, the point that Logic was making had nothing to do with children itself. It had something to do with getting the box. Getting the box don't necessarily mean that I need you to have a kid.
Why do you think that people are driven? Why do you think that men are driven in that way?
Why are we driven in what way?
To get
the box?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Because
why do you think that is the case? Just think really deeply about it. Why do you think?
Hey, you would never be able to understand what a man's needs is.
No, I'm asking.
Let me break it down for you. Let me break it down for you.
Okay.
The reason why this conversation would never ever make sense to you is because you have no idea what it feels like
for a man
to get boxed.
I'm asking you a question.
You can say the same thing of a man, that you have no idea what it feels like for a woman to have.
Correct. But we're not talking just about what we feel, what you guys feel like, or what we feel like. The question that she's asking is what I'm saying is not applicable, right? She's asking, what do I
wait?
Okay, let me explain. Maybe I know it's my English. Okay, I know. English is not my first language. I speak more than one language. So
English is
what I meant to say. What I meant to say. Thanks. What I meant to say is, I am speaking.
There, you muted too. Just to let you know.
I'm still over here trying to.
Am I?
No, it was.
I'm muted.
No, good.
So what I'm trying to say, if I look
Thursday
at it
night,
level,
Sarah, I just want to warn you, it's the shark infested waters. But go ahead.
So
you one of the sharks, Anton.
So men are the seed carrier. You cannot do anything with the seed if you don't plant it, and you need earth to do it. You need somewhere to put the seed to grow it. If we look at it that way, that's what I meant to say.
Exactly.
I'm not like physically, we're not the same. I cannot compare my strength with another man. I cannot compare. Am I capable to do things that men have done? Women have shown that they are capable of doing it. Not everybody is willing to do it. I don't want to do the job that a man does. I need a man. I need it. I'm still with my daddy. I'm not. I need it.
Exactly.
Is it so hard to admit it? No, it's not.
So I'm glad
we got to start to bring this to a close, y'all. Go
I'm
ahead,
glad that we've.
You evaded the question. I see you, but
no, I'm just glad that we've come to this conclusion because I don't want this to go down a path in which y'all believe that just because of your ability to be able to take our seed, that we all on the same level. And that's all I'm saying. We're not even remotely on the same level. As a matter of fact, let me be very clear and blunt. Men are better than women. We are. We are better than women.
Men are better than women.
Yes, we are. We are greater. We are better. We were designed to be that way. And as a matter of fact, you guys were designed to be the help.
If you think that, Anton, then why would you ever be in an argument with a woman? Why would you ever spend your time even trying to convince a woman of anything? If you're so much better, why would you spend your time doing those things? I'm just curious.
Let me help you to understand something. It's not that I'm spending my time trying to convince her. Is that I'm using her as a tool to illustrate exactly what it is that I'm trying to communicate to the rest of the people that's watching. Hold on, wait. Ask the question. I'm using her as an example of how it is that we need to do things differently. So just because the woman itself, and this is the difference between a man and a woman. I play chess, y'all play checkers. Just because you think that you're a part of the conversation, you're really just an example of what it is that I can do to a woman. And to be honest with you, I allow for the conversation to continue to go a certain way. I craft the narrative. It's a completely.
I like this, Anton. Keep this, Anton.
I'm just saying real talk. If we want to be real.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not that I'm arguing with a woman. It's more or less that I'm using a woman as an example as to what you should and shouldn't do when you're comparing yourself to a man.
So now, can I compare a man to another man?
No, because you're not a man.
And we don't care.
No. Okay, so we're never allowed to. And I'm saying because I don't have expectations. I have a standard. My father and my grandfather are my standards. No man I can compare to them. Over 60 years of marriage, I can compare it, and I can tell you, I never heard my grandpa saying that he was greater or better than my grandmother. I never heard my grandfather diminishing what my grandma was doing. Exactly. I never even heard my grandpa saying, "You are not educating these kids the right way." Exactly. Never. Actually, my grandpa said, because of that woman right there, I am the man that I am right now.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. Hold on, wait.
I'm going right down the path I wanted to go down.
It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if all she was doing is ironing, cooking, taking care of kids. He was down to earth and was able to develop his maximum potential because she stick with him right next to him, and she went through it all with him.
How do you know what his maximum potential is?
I've seen him with my eyes. That's my grandfather.
How do you know? No. You're missing the question. You're looking at what you think his maximum potential is because you don't know what you don't know.
Anton.
Listen
to what right there is delusional. That's delusional. You thinking that you can be more.
No, you have literally been on this platform. About how much freedom.
Hold on.
Let me ask my question.
Let
me ask my question. Okay. How do you know what his maximum potential is? How do you know she didn't slow him down?
That he chose her. He decided to stay with her.
It doesn't matter.
They had 6 kids.
How do you know that he was not slowed down as a result of how he was thinking and the woman that he was with?
He retired. He got his business at home.
How do we know he couldn't be a billionaire?
Anton, are you slowed down?
So that's all. That's delusional because you all thinking that you could be billionaires and you're not even doing anything.
You playing checkers and you only looking at what it is that you can see instead of playing chess.
Okay, Anton, are you being
chess player understands that chess player understands that her argument is flawed because she don't know what she don't know. Now, unless you got the Adam Sandler click button and you can go back and forth into the future and tell me what both scenarios played out like, that's a completely different conversation. But even in the movies, if we wanted to take the movies, right, you can take that movie with what's his name? It was the winner, and he was a stockbroker. And God, what is the name of that movie? It was a winner movie. Family Man. It was called Family Man. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen it, but it was called Family Man. And he woke up and he was by himself, and he was super rich, and he was a Wall Street guy, right? And then Don Cheadle played in the movie, and he went to the store, and the dude tried to rob the store, and he said, yo, I want to see what my life would like to be on the other side. Unless you that movie where he can see, and then he go back to being a fucking family man, and he was buying himself, right? Unless you can see both scenarios, she can't make that argument.
I am comparing this to a real life.
Hold on, she's saying that he reached his highest potential when she has no clue what a man's potential is.
I am referring. Hold on. I am using a real scenario, and I'm using it as a reference, and you're comparing it to a movie.
Okay,
like,
so let me do this. Let me do this. Hold on. I want to address what she said.
Exactly.
Well, I just want to address what she said.
I got you, Logic. Go ahead, Logic. Hold on.
Answer the question I've been trying to ask.
Hold on, okay. Let me get Logic in first, and then I come back to you. I got you.
I want to address what she said. The thing is what Anton said was absolute facts. Now, just because your grandpa whatever didn't tell your mama, that doesn't mean it still not a fact. Men are stronger. Everything that Anton said is an absolute fact. So this is the problem. Just because he didn't tell you that, first off, he shouldn't have to tell you that, because you should already know it. Now, second off, if he was to say that, does that make him a bad man? To sit here and say, ma'am, my bone density is different than yours. Ma'am, my body is made different than yours. And look, ma'am, don't blame me. Blame God.
Sarah just acknowledged that. She just acknowledged that a few minutes ago.
Is your name Sarah? Is your name Sarah?
She said,
okay, all right, thank you. It's not.
You actually jumped in because I was trying to talk to Anton.
Lady, I'm talking to her.
Hold on.
Not your ass.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We're not gonna do that, y'all. Come on, let's go.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
All I'm saying, Sarah, is you can't say my whole point. I'm gonna sum it up. Just because your father didn't tell your grandma that, or you didn't hear it, does not make it not true. It's absolutely true. You know it's true. Your grandma knows it's true, and your great-great-great-grandma and every other grandma in our history know that it's absolute truth. Now, if men say what is true, the problem we have today is it considered toxic. With the way you was going at Anton, well, you really go at him. You was pretty respectful though, but the way you was coming, you was making it seem like what he was saying was so egregious and it was so bad. No, it's the truth. That's all I gotta say.
All right, y'all.
Okay,
hold on. Wait a second. Kay, the floor is yours. Go ahead and ask whatever question you want. Please, nobody interrupt Kay.
We don't have to do that. Sarah, go ahead. I feel like I cut you off. I'm sorry. Because I think that
okay, Kay, the floor is yours.
Okay, I think that you like what Logic was just saying was the total opposite of what you were saying. You definitely acknowledged men and women physically being different. You mentioned that like 10 minutes ago or whatever. But I wanted to ask Anton, do you think, because you were trying to negate what Sarah was saying about her family, and you're like, oh, you don't know what the real potential was. Like, how do you know? So Anton, I've heard you talk about Rita and you know how she's helped and been supportive and all that. And you know, we love Rita over here. Would you think it was cool if somebody asked you, like, don't you think if you didn't have Rita, you would be better? Like, that's the same thing you're doing to her when you're questioning her family members and their relationships as it relates to their in life.
She introduced them into the conversation by using them as an example. I never asked her anything about her family at all. She
No, but
volunteered them
saying-
into the conversation, and
She
so as a
did.
result, I used that in order to make my point because she used it in order to make her point.
Right, but I'm not talking. I'm more so asking about your point that you made about like, how do you know? Can that same thing be applicable to you because you're a married man? Would it be? Let's say Sarah asked you.
Ask it.
Okay, I will. Let's say Sarah asked you, or I'm asking you. How do you know you wouldn't have been better without Rita? Like, is that a fair question to you?
Yeah.
And would you give the same answer that you were telling her about her grandpa and her dad? Would you say, you know what? I'm in the same boat as them. I probably would have been better without blah, 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 blah. Like, would you say that about yourself?
I would say I don't know what I don't know.
Okay.
But I think, you know, it's
Hold
going
on,
back to
Sarah.
the same what it's.
Hold on, I just want to make sure. Kay, are you done? I want to make sure nobody.
Yes, Jared. Thank you.
Okay. I just want to be respectful. All right, go ahead, Sarah.
So it's like the same for him. That's what it's important. But for my family and for my grandpa, when he acknowledged that, that was important to him, because it's not the same. His legacy is not leaving money. He doesn't think that that matters. Having money or possession was not what he cared about. But that's why he accomplished that type of marriage. That's why my dad has the type of marriage that he has, because of the example of the father that he had. Because for them, and I'm just saying different cultures. For us, family goes first. We are recognized for that. We care about our family. We don't take our parents or grandparents to assisting livings. We keep it with us until they die. So for us, that's what matters, and that's our legacy, is what we leave in people, not what we leave to them, like possession. Is but the
No matter
values
what
and morals
example.
that we transmit to them. But I could just say, you know what? Because for me, that's important, and my family is important. I have what you don't have.
No.
And that's what is important to me.
What do you have that I don't have?
I'm saying it's an example. I could say that. I could base myself on that.
Do it. Use it.
No.
Use it as an example.
I'm not planning to.
Well, let's play the game. Let's play the game.
I don't go into that game. Thank you.
Well, you did go into the game because you used them as an example, and so I can slice and dice the argument that you just made. Again, because you're a new panelist on Thursday nights, I'm gonna let it breathe. I'm gonna be nice.
Fuck that.
Be nice.
Hold on. Hold on, Logic. Hold on.
I'm gonna let it be nice, but I can slice that argument all the way down to the tree stump. Real talk. Even in the example that you use with regard to family and your family values, you still don't know what you don't know. How do you know that he could not have picked a completely different woman and had a better result as a result of it? How do you know?
It's not about that. It's what he said that complete him, that what made him. I can go just by what he said that.
Let me ask you a question, Sarah. Let me ask you a question. How do you measure a man? What defines a great man?
Well, first off, he has to be a healthy person, like someone that has healthy habits. And by this, I'm talking about sleeping enough hours, being active, not smoking, not drinking. I care about those things. I've never been around men.
No. We didn't ask you what you cared about. I said, what makes a man great? What defines what makes a man great?
That's what makes it great for her, though, Anton.
Hold on.
No. I think I understand the question now. I think we all want a respectful man. I really wouldn't deal with someone that is an abuser.
Can you stop there 1 second? Mm-hmm. We don't even have to go no further because you proved my point. Again, you answered the question based off of what you want.
Isn't that what I'm looking for? Why would I look for a man that another woman is looking for?
What defines a great man has nothing to do with how you feel.
For me.
No, it has nothing to do with how you feel. We can stop there. We can just stop there. I don't, unless you want to go further.
No.
Okay.
I'll stop.
If you guys are just tuning in, welcome to Lapeef Let's Talk. Now it's time to get to the meat of the conversation, and we know the ladies like the meat. We got some super chats, but we'll read the super chats and then we'll get to the meat. And we're going to go to Kay first, and then we'll go to two other people, and then we're going to come right back to Kay. Okay? All right, that's how we're going to do that. All right. Siobhan, you want to read the super chats?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Rebellious videos, $2. I meant that's what women say. They think DMs equals love. J Speed OG the Ghost, $5. Logic hit the bullseye tonight. Free membership to my organization, AKD, officially known D-Man.
My G.
Vintage, $6.99. I used to be so romantic when I was broke. The good old days. No need anymore. Damn.
Lay that dick, my nigga. Lay that dick.
The Thinking Man's Podcast, $20. Happiness is fleeting, and that's the focus. It's a wrap. Demetrius Styles, blessings to the
You read it already?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, shout out to you, Demetrius Styles, for that big bank. Special shout out to you, sir. Thank you.
Nice suit, my brother.
Dr. Hound, excuse me. Dr. Hound, life ain't easy, but it's simple.
Facts.
All right, Siobhan, that voice getting deep.
I know.
Doctor.
Sir Chai, 87, $2. Brown Sugar Bakery in Chicago is best.
Facts.
Sub Girl E, $4.99. Relationships are not dependent on individual happiness, but they also should not cause you to be unhappy. That's so true, girl. God Emperor Doom, $10. Don't chase happiness. You create your happiness with that person. If you're chasing, you will fail. Black Pill D, Luffy, $5. Women on the panel are resisting against accepting male nature. Relationships start with the box first and then other stuff later. But
my nigga.
Insane One, $2. Most men K. You stay going for
everybody mute in between.
Or exceptions. I'm sorry, not expectations. Miss S. Parker, $1.99. The most undervalued items are water and the womb. Marquis Keys, $2. The cootie is must outside of any other goal or reason.
Yeah, I think that might be from your end, Siobhan, in that big ass house.
Oh, sorry.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Is it still going?
No, it's good. You good. Go ahead.
Okay. Rebellious videos. Who donates to the bank, K? Insane 1K. Best derailleur trains of thought since 1947. Jay Davis. I haven't seen this Anton in a while. Back like MJ.
Facts.
Joe Thompson, $5. Anton, keep that JP8 on that fire, bro, because you're cooking and our sisters don't know how to eat. God Emperor Doom, $5. Who is this Anton that's put back on this infinity gauntlet? Nigga Nymphinus. Gaia, $4.99. Anton, go make a baby. Continue humanity. You weaken your team by acting like everyone's part isn't important. Without a woman, there would be you. There would be no you. Sorry. Wiki Williams, woo, $5. What did Kay do now? Peace to the panel. Hit the like button, please. Did you hear what I said? Sean Love Lace, $2. Thank you. Ed Hill, 80 now. The show is live. I don't know who that is.
Anton. He said that's Anton Daniels.
Okay, Anton Daniels. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes.
Welcome back.
Shout out to the people that supported and gave the super chats. Just so you guys know, tomorrow at 3:30 Central Time. Ricky, did you hear what I said? Will be live. Ladies, it's your time to call in. So make sure you guys be ready to call in and get some advice from Ricky Williams. And that's tomorrow. So make sure you guys subscribed and also got the notifications on because you don't want to miss that one. I think this is going to be the one right here. Let's go ahead and get to the meat of the conversation. In relationships, should love be earned? In relationships, should love be earned? I'm gonna start off with you, Miss Ka. What are your thoughts about that?
Um, I would say that in a relationship, love is a thing that might happen. Every relationship does not end up with people being in love, but I don't think it's something that would be earned per se. I think it's more so a natural occurrence between two people that love each other. Um, yeah, because love is a feeling, and certain actions people equate with love, but like at the core of it all, it's a feeling that you have. Um, I think it's important, for, if you're married and all these things, if you want to have a certain type of marriage. But some people have relationships where there is no love, and, that's their type of business situation, like Anton was talking about earlier. But no, I wouldn't say earned, because that's putting stipulations, and that's kind of like what we talked about earlier with the tit for tat. Like if you don't want somebody, if you don't like somebody, if you're not into somebody, don't be sitting up like, oh, you got to do this, this, and this, and then I'll love you. Like I don't think that's how it works. So no.
All right.
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna go to Rilla, then I didn't girl Q. Go ahead, Rilla. What are your thoughts about it? In a relationship, should love be earned
Love
by
is
anyone, by the man, by the woman?
love is 100,000, 20 million plus 5 divided by 10% earned.
What?
20 million.
And this is the thing, like as men, we kind of understand this because again, I say men are made. We know we have to earn everything we get. So even our conversation with a woman, and I get it, like cats can talk game and talk slick, swallow spit all day, but you have to earn her attention, her affection, her time, her consideration. In essence, you're earning the box.
But are those things love though all the time? Like you can have attention,
No,
affection, and whatever without love.
got you. But in a relationship, you're earning the love of that woman. I'm saying from a man's perspective. I'm not saying what a woman thinks, or because I can't speak from her perspective. And so I get it for women. Y'all may perceive it different. What I'm telling you is that men understand that love has to be earned, right? Now, for some men, for most men, the way that we express love is in the way that we earn love is we provide and protect. And so if are the bills paid, are the groceries bought, like that's our expression of earning that love from that woman. But never, not for 1 second, do we sit up here and think like, hey, I woke up with a dick today, I deserve love. Like
I don't care.
No man is on the earth. Well, I ain't gonna say no man. Let me not speak for all men. Not all, not all, not all. Let me get my Justin Lee Peterson. Not all, not all, not all. Right? Nobody is really running around thinking because I woke up today, I deserve anything. No man really thinks he deserves anything. Most men
I don't care.
believe that or know that they have to earn what they get, including love in a relationship. But I'll concede my time to Q.
So for this question, right? Everyone might have different opinions of what love is, right? For me, it's not a feeling, it's a choice. It's a choice that you're muted, Rilla. What did you say?
Oh no. I was agreeing with you. I think it's important to define what love is. So
Yeah, I think we've had this discussion. We have to define what love is, right? We're not about to go into that, but love is a choice that you're choosing to love that person in a certain way. What's the question? In a relationship, should love be earned? Yes, love should be earned, because saying I love you or loving that person, that doesn't come on the first day, right? That person has to earn your respect for you to love them. So yes, it's definitely have to be earned, because some people have to choose to love a person at times, because you know what? They might be down bad. They might lose their job. So you know what? Hey, I'm going to learn to love you. I'm going to keep on choosing to love you through the hard times that the couple might go through. I don't think love is a feeling. I mean, it's not, to me, it's not a feeling. People might think otherwise, but it's a choice. that people have to make. And not everybody deserves your love.
Okay.
That's all.
Elijah, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts about in relationships? Should love be earned?
I kind of agree with Q. Like, we got this false sense of this love shit, but at the end of the day, um, love is pretty much just enjoying something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love football. When I was little, I used to like oxtails, but I don't know more. So the thing is, I think we fall into this trap about
What?
like, should love be earned? I think you can meet a chick tomorrow and be in love with her based off the whole definition. It's like this unrealistic expectation that we have, like, oh, my heart is hurting. No, you know what? I ate them oxtails. They taste good. I like them. I'm gonna try them again. And then now, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try it again and again and again. And we sell ourselves short that we sit here and try to place love in relationships when it don't fit. The only thing that fit in relationships is plan and futures. That's it. That's the thing that you can really truly fall in love with, that it never lose value. If you love the dick, guess what? The dick gonna change. If you love that ass gonna change. Everything gonna change. You might like it now, you don't like it tomorrow. But what don't change is plans. And as far as relationships and love, I think we just say that to get pussy. I'm just saying. Keep it funky. Niggas say they love chicks just to get pussy. That's why they get divorced and they cheat. What happened to the love then, nigga?
But
All
not
right.
only that,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
To
No,
his
go ahead.
point, real quick, some people get married and they're not even in love. They fall in love with that person. Arranged marriages, right? They're not in love with that person. That's a connected relationship. Then they fall in love with that person because it's earned over time. So it's different in certain dynamics.
And for the
Okay.
people that's in the chat, plans don't change. They get modified. Correct yourself, player.
Uh,
All
uh,
right.
yeah. Like before I go to Anton, I want to go to Kay. You have anything else that you want to bless us with? You on mute, just so you know. You on mute. Am I can't understand you. What are you
She
saying?
cannot unmute, I think she said.
You cannot unmute. Damn, string yard. Oh,
Can I say something real
She
quick?
said, I don't know what's happening.
yeah. Like I can't unmute you either.
Leave and
Bye.
come back. Just leave and come back. See if you can leave and come back.
Yeah. Leave it. Come back. I don't know what happened.
What?
That's a God.
Can I say
At least you know it's a
something?
God. It's a
I wanted to
God.
say
God love this
something.
platform.
Siobhan and Sarah want to say something. They both want to say.
Okay, go
There?
ahead. Go ahead, Siobhan. Then we go to
Hey, leave
Sarah.
and come back.
Yeah.
Just hop off the
Because
platform.
yeah.
Yeah. So
That's God. I'm sorry, JR, but that's God. God stuck the mute button on her ass.
Come on, Elijah. Be nice now. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice.
okay. So for me, I think that I guess there's like a 50-50 thing, right? I think that it's easy to fall in love with someone, but it's hard to fall in love with someone. And I think that some people get into the realm of, oh, I love him. I love him. But being in love with a person and actually liking a person is very, very different. It's so different, and people don't know the difference, right? But what's so scary about that is that, you know, you have women that kind of go into the dating world and date these different men, and they're just like, oh, this is what I need, and this is enough. And it's not enough sometimes. It's really truly not enough. And yeah.
Sarah, I know you're going next, but
I lost my train of thought. Sorry.
shout out to you and Anton for lip reading when I couldn't get off of me. Y'all were correct. Okay.
No problem. I just wanted to say that when I think about love, I don't immediately think about loving a partner. I think about love in general. So I'm like, who do I love? The people I love, my nieces, my nephews, my family, my friends. So to me, love is given freely. It's given. Like trust and respect are earned. And I remember there is a saying, trust and respect are earned, not given. Love is given, is the hope that trust and respect will follow. But then when trust is broken and respect is broken, pretty much love will fade away.
I love that what you just said. I agree with it completely. Like completely. That was
Because I don't choose to love the people that is around me. I mean, the people that I already love. They didn't earn my love. I love them. It's given freely. But the respect and the trust I have in them, that's earned, because I don't trust my cousins. I don't trust all of my cousins. I don't even trust all of my siblings. Some of them I can trust more than others because they have earned that trust.
Do you love them?
I agree that. I agree with that.
How you love your
No.
family?
Hold on, wait. How do you know that you love them?
I would do anything for them. You don't want nothing to happen to them. You want to protect them. And my sister, my youngest sister, I would say, like, I don't have a good relationship with her. But when her son comes to the house, I don't blame him for her mistakes. I love him because my love to him is for free. Because of the love I have for her, I don't want nothing to happen to her. Simple as that. I don't have a good relationship with her. I don't have to have a good relationship with her, but I still don't want nothing bad to
love
happen.
her?
That's a blessing.
I do. If something happens to her, I know that I'll be like, wow, what could I've done to help? But sometimes you cannot help people, even when you love them.
Say it again, Sarah.
No, but you
Like
love her because she's your family. But we're talking about relationships. You're not starting off the back loving that man
right
in the same way as your sister, right? So over time, right,
True.
he has to
Not
earn
the
your
same.
love.
No,
right?
what I'm saying for a man is like, if we compare it to a man now in a relationship, you kind of have to like start getting to know that person first, earn their trust, their respect. It's vice versa, and eventually the love builds up, just like you said it.
So he has to earn it, right?
In a way, it's kind of given freely. You choose to give it. You choose to give it to the person, but what you earn first is the respect and trust to that
But
person.
he's earning your love though, because if he disrespects you, he's not going to get that love. But if he respects you and does everything that you want, he's going to earn that love. Right?
I guess the thing that I'm trying to understand is, if you're in a relationship with somebody that you don't love versus a relationship with somebody that you do love, what's the difference?
We love the money.
There's a big difference.
I have been in a relationship with a person that I didn't love, and I decided to stay with him because family is important, and I wanted to keep my family together. But I knew that at some point, it was really bad situation, and I just couldn't, hold it.
So I'm asking, what's the difference? Because I'm trying to go ahead.
It's very different. Like, it's more like a respect type of thing, but at the end, I didn't even respect him, so I couldn't stay with that person.
So, like, I would say the difference, because I agree with what Sarah was saying. Like, she's on point tonight. Like, I agree with a lot of the things that she's saying about, like, love is different than respect or whatever. Like, those are different things. Like, you might love someone, but they have to earn their trust or their respect or whatever. But Anton, like, I would say the difference is that love is the glue that will hold people together, in my opinion, when other things aren't going the way they're supposed to. Like, let's say your relationship is built on finances. If somebody loses their job, maybe you're going to be like, you know what? That was the thing that was holding us together. Now I'm gone. Whereas if you actually love them, you might be more willing to work through certain things. So, like, I think love is important in a relationship because, like we talked about earlier, you're not always going to be happy. Things aren't always going to be going the way you want them to go. So if you have love there, that will be the glue that will keep you there to persevere through difficult situations that may arise, versus if there's no love and something goes wrong, it's like, oh, I'm not happy. Okay, I'm gone. oh, they lost their job. Okay, I'm gone. Oh, they got injured. Okay, I'm gone. Versus having love there. That's the glue. So I think that's a really important part of relationships.
Is that love or is that loyalty?
I'd rather respect over love.
Yeah.
You
So
said, is it love or loyalty?
Okay, wait. Let's back up. What's the difference? What's the difference
between love and loyalty? I think that those things are conflated a lot, just like respect and love, or what's it called? Trust and love. Like people put love together with a lot of things. But the thing is, people can love someone that they mistreat. People can love someone that they're not honest with. People can love someone that they do all types of things with. But I get why someone wouldn't want to tolerate that. But it doesn't mean that someone didn't love them. So it's like love is not the only thing. It's not the only thing, but love will keep people together a lot of the time, regardless
of
what.
That love is a feeling, basically.
It is a feeling, and it's a strong feeling of affection that people have for another person. If we're talking about like a relationship, so someone can love their. In fact, like I always ask my mom these random questions, but like you can love your siblings or your child or your husband or your wife, but maybe you don't want to stay with them. Maybe you don't think that's the best situation for you to be in, but you can still love them. You can have boundaries and love someone. I don't think just because you love someone it means you're romantically involved. I don't think just because you love someone it means you're it just depends. Like there are so many other things that go along with love that people think are love in and of itself. But like love is the feeling that you have. The other things, like you said, loyalty, commitment, honesty, whatever the case may be, being able to compromise, all those are different things. But like love itself is the feeling. And that's why, like, we can see it because sometimes people aren't getting any of those things, but they still love a person. Some people might have a parent or a child who's in a certain situation and they still love them, or a partner and they still love them, even though they're not getting any of those other things. So they might not even want to be around them, but they still love them. So, like, that's how you know it's the feeling and the definition.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem we run into, especially as men. And if you like a history buff, you start seeing that when society starts talking about shit like love, that everybody got their own remix of, nobody can agree upon what love is, right? This is the fall of civilization.
Definition.
Man, would you fucking goddamn nigga? I just
come on, y'all. Simmer down, y'all. Simmer down. Stand down.
This motherfucking psycho, bro. Look.
Hey. Easy.
She a psycho. I'm just saying, look, everybody let her say what she had to say, right? Nobody interrupted her. Somebody come in with a different perspective, right? I'm gonna say it, fuck it. Ain't gonna let it interrupt me. The thing is that men don't talk about love. Because what the fuck is it? It's literally everybody on this panel got a different, if you talk to 1,000 women, you have 1,000 different versions of love. The reason we so messed up right now is we don't talk about purpose. If you get married for love, then that's why your shit failed. What happened to purpose? What happened to say, this is my purpose as a man, I'm gonna achieve it. This is my purpose as a woman, I'm gonna achieve it. Now you go ahead and then these niggas get divorced from these chicks and they say, why you get divorced? I fell out of love. Oh, okay, well, what you mean? And it's remixed. This is the thing that when you got grown men and we fall into this trap where we're talking about love and then knowing that it can literally be anything, whatever they feel. That's what love is. Whatever I feel at the moment, I consider it love. Love, respect, honor, cherish, this and this and this and this. Okay, was that man fulfilling his purpose as a man? Yes or no? Yes. That means you were full of shit if you left him. Is that woman fulfilling her purpose as a woman? Yes or no? Yes. Well, okay, you should have stayed with her. It's simple, but we complicate things with these fucking terms, and we give women the fucking goddamn the angle on us because we fall into these dumbass arguments. I'm sorry.
All right, mic drop. Yeah.
Siobhan want to talk. Go ahead, Siobhan.
Yeah,
Go
so
ahead, Siobhan.
okay, so there are a lot of people that do try to fall in love, and they say that they're in love, quote unquote, and they're really, really not in love. But what people really need to do is like try to fall in love with their character and try to fall in love with the person that they are as a whole. Because if you don't, you're really not gonna love who you're with.
Okay. Anton, did you speak on this already?
No, I just ask questions. I don't think anybody knows what they're talking about what love is.
I do.
No, go ahead.
Siobhan
Go
is
ahead and
talking
please,
about Siobhan is talking about being in love, which is much different than love, which is much different than lust.
Yeah, it is. No, you can tell when somebody lusting over you, okay? Because we all know what that is.
I don't think anybody knows what they're talking about.
No, I do. I know the difference between love and lust.
Tell me what's the difference between love and being in love.
Love
What's
and
love
being
and being in love? Yeah.
You can be in love tomorrow, but you're not in love. You know, you gotta.
You ain't said nothing, girl. You ain't said nothing. You ain't said nothing.
I hate y'all so much.
What do you think it's to love?
You ain't said nothing.
What do you
I
think
hate you
it's
so
to love?
much, Anton, but I love you too.
Anton.
Hey, go ahead, Sarah.
I want to hear his point. I want to hear what he feels like it's love.
Okay, I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna do it in reverse. Okay, so we're gonna start with lust, right? A lot of times people conflate love with lust because they desire something, and they desire it so much that sometimes they're willing to do things that's out of the ordinary in order to get it. But once they get it, and this is one of the things that we apply post-nut clarity to, they no longer feel the same way that they did before, and so they may want something, but it doesn't necessarily translate into love, right? Then you got being in love, and being in love can be very similar to lust in that you want and you desire something, which makes it so easy for you to fall out of it. But it is more of a feeling type of thing, right? I think that being in love and love, the difference between the two is feeling versus a sense of duty. Now, love is all encompassing, right? It's the thing that you do when you don't want to do it for people that you actually usually applying it to, right? You can have a sense of love for people that you don't even know because you want the best for them and you're willing to make the sacrifice in order to ensure that they're successful, even if it comes to the detriment of your friendship, for example, right? If I love my guy, and then I'm gonna apply it to relationships. If I love my dog, I'm not going to tell him what he want to hear because I genuinely want the best for him, even if he get mad at me and it sever our relationship, but it actually benefits him, right? That's love. It's a sense of duty. It's doing the thing you don't want to do when you don't want to do it, even if it hurts you, right? Me making sure when I discipline my daughter, and even though I know it may hurt me to discipline her, I'm doing the thing that's in her best interest for her future. That's love. It's making a sacrifice. It's all encompassing in that you're willing to do things for people out of a sense of duty, out of a sense of a higher purpose, out of a sense of charity, out of a sense of desiring for people to be the best thing, the best version of themselves, pouring into them first, understanding that you're going to draw the true potential out of them and you being selfless, right? Love is becoming the best version of myself first, understanding that the best version of me is the best version of us. So I'm going to be selfish so that I can then be selfless later on, right? That's what love is. Love can't be defined by one word or one desire or one feeling or one way in which you look at a person. It's something that's much greater, and it's a sense of purpose and a sense of duty that you then apply. And the evidence of it is how you treat people, is how you do people, is when you get the opportunity and when nobody is looking and you're not getting no accolades for it, what do? That's love.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it should be defined. And you can't put it in a box by defining it by one or two words, but there is a clear difference between love, being in love, and lust. And that's the difference between all of them.
But you said it right, but you said it. All roads lead to what though, Anton? The purpose. You have love for certain things because of the purpose it serves. we sit here, we can talk all in circles, but it's all about purpose. You love your car. Why do you love your car? Because it serves its purpose. Once it stops serving its purpose, would you love your Porsche?
No, but I don't. But see, that's the thing. I don't think that we love our car. I think we apply that so loosely that it's not. We kind of devalue the word. You know what I'm saying? Like just kind of like friendship. Like people just use it so loosely. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's my friend over there." No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? That's just the person that you're cool with and making you feel good at the time. And if they said something negative to you, you wouldn't even consider them your friend tomorrow. That's not a friend.
Yeah, but when you look at life in general, when something is serves its purpose, that's when you have the more affection for it. It's serving its purpose. Everything we do in life that serves its purpose, we have love for it. We fall out of love things when either it stops serving their purpose. That's what
But
we
see,
get rid of shit.
that's the conflation, right? I think that that's the difference between being in love and loving and love. I think that that's a difference. I think that we think a lot of times that we love when we really just in love with something, which is why it's so easy for us to fall out of it when it's no longer in our grasp or it's no longer something that we desire anymore.
Okay. All right. All roads lead back to purpose.
And Siobhan still ain't said nothing, but it's all right.
Wait,
She
so
don't know
Siobhan,
what
what is
love
love
is.
now? What is love now, Siobhan?
Everything y'all said.
Safe. All right,
So
so
what? I can fuck with that. I can fuck with that.
If you listen to men consistently, you will hear them talk about love as action. They will talk about love as duty, and to your point, logic, purpose, yes, but it has nothing to do with feeling or emotion. Absolutely nothing to do with feeling or emotion.
Yes, it's all about function, which
Love
is
is
the
why
purpose.
my granddad got up out that bed at 4:30 in the morning, worked till 4:30 in the afternoon, came home, sat in that chair, watched the Cubs game, and then took my grandma to work at 9 at night.
Mm-hmm. Because you have purpose. That's why I keep saying this though. I say this.
Right.
If you want to see the purpose of women, take them away and watch Mr. Logic go to the Empire State Building and jump off that bitch face first. Have no purpose in life. What purpose do I have to be here? I know my purpose is included within women. So it's not like I'm degrading them. But the thing is in order for me to fulfill my purpose in life, I must build for women. But what's next after building? Who am I building for? I need women to actually accomplish that next part. So I can build a massive, me and 100 men can build a massive city. And if we don't have the women to actually populate that city, what are we doing it for? Like, are you saying life?
So let me ask you a question, Mr.
A
Logic.
sausage fest.
No. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Logic. Why don't everybody that's in jail off themselves?
Because they got men that like men.
But they don't off themselves because they still and then look, don't even get
No, think about it. Guys that got life in prison,
yes,
they function and they live it up. It's guys that
no, they don't live it up.
No. According to the circumstances that they have, they will run it. They will have gangs. They will be the leader. They be volunteering. They be doing all kind of seminars.
Bending over.
All of that, right?
But jail
They
shows you.
They make do with their environment. The men.
But
what it
the
shows
caveat
you,
is that they don't have any women.
No,
So
but
they
what it
make do
shows
with
you,
the men being women.
what
Well,
it
it's just
jail
all-
is a
that's just-
representation. Jail is a representation
You gotta
of
raise
how
your hand.
society would be without women.
Oh,
It
go
would
ahead,
be
Sarah.
chaotic.
That's just called resilience. That's what they're doing, just
No,
adapting
girl,
to
they
their.
getting bent over.
They're
Don't do
just
it.
adapting to what their environment. They have no option.
Yep.
Like
But my
if
point
I'm
is that
thinking-
they didn't lose their sense of purpose just because they didn't
they
have
have
women
no
around.
purpose in their life.
They
you know?
do.
But they
That's
had,
why
they do. They create a sense of purpose. Some of their
No, they
purpose,
don't.
some of their
with
purpose.
their
I'll give you an
environment. That's
example.
resilience.
I'll give you an
That's
example. Some of their purpose is to, you know, a lot of them study and then they become really, really knowledgeable according to whatever religion it is that they get into. And then they preach to other guys that may or may not be getting out later in order to, you know, to be able to give them, even if you watch Malcolm X, right? The guy that changed Malcolm X's life wasn't a guy, you know what I'm saying? Malcolm X was getting out before him. He poured into Malcolm, which we can talk about what happened to him later, but he poured into him and he had a sense of purpose, even though he was caged in and he had a, you know, he didn't have anything going for himself. And all he could have just sat there and did his time. But why did he then pour so heavy into Malcolm X at the time that he did?
Because he wasn't able to fulfill his natural purpose. So in jail, he searched for purposes. And that's why they also would try to define it. That's why people become religious when they go to jail. They searching for some type of purpose because they can't feel their natural purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's why they do crazy shit like get their face tattooed up. You know what I'm saying? It's like because they understand it's really nothing. They understand that they really have no purpose. That's why they can quickly take a nigga life in jail. That's why it's so chaotic. That's why it's so violent. That's what society will look like if women were to disappear. It will look like jails. Niggas would have no reason to live for. Now I'm gonna just go and shake JR just for the shit of it. Right before I jump off the building, I'm gonna take him with me. So look, hey, that's the chaotic mentality because they have there's no way to fulfill their purpose. And that's the craziest thing to jail. I would rather die than go to jail because now you really just said, you know what? I know you're a man. I'm not gonna let you fulfill your role as a man. I'm gonna put you in this cell around a whole bunch of niggas. Let pussy disappear. It gonna be looking like goddamn fucking Resident Evil out here in this bitch. And I'm telling you, I'll be the first one. I'm gonna be shaking all you niggas.
No, like the way I see it is like if they had the choice to leave that place, if they have the option to get out, they will do it. So they're not there because they want to. At the end of the day, they're just dealing with the situation that they're in. And just like you said before, why didn't they do that first? Why? How do you know what you don't know, right? So
But you
why
can't use
didn't
that
they
as
get
an
into
argument.
all this knowledge and this wisdom that they got once they were in? Why didn't do it before that? Why they had to go? They had to go through that to get there. You know, they have no option.
No, because listen, if you could leave, if some people could leave the hood and become millionaires, they would do that. Like everybody wants to be in a different place despite their circumstances. But it doesn't mean that just because you're in a hood that you don't serve a purpose or you don't find a purpose, you know, or there's not community leaders or whatever it is that's going on. You know, just because you can't get to somewhere else, just because you don't have any other options, doesn't mean that you then lose a sense of purpose or a sense of duty to whatever it is that you live for.
Yeah, but you know, another thing too is that like, oh, go ahead.
It's on you.
Oh, I heard that little echo. I'm sorry, but no.
It's that big ass house you stay in.
It's honestly when you think about like who you are really talking to, right? It's a greater, how do you put it? It's a greater I guess thing about like when you talk to a person. And sometimes when you're dealing with them and you love them and you want to like be in a space with them in its entirety, it's not only about like you loving them. Honestly, it's about like the value and the character that comes along with being with that person. Damn, Loggett, you tired?
I'm thinking about my purpose.
I mean, it did take me a minute to say it, but goddamn.
Oh no, that had nothing to do with what you were saying. It was just, yeah.
No, I'm just saying sometimes it's not even just like some people go so gung ho into like loving a person, but sometimes you have to really know who the character is and who you're dealing with and the value that person brings to the table and who you're talking to. So can you really dig down and really figure out who that person is, or are you dealing with somebody that's fake?
There you go.
Q don't love nobody.
What?
Nope.
Heartless. Let's go ahead and get
Nobody.
to these.
I'm the captain of the terrorist squad.
Don Quill, 36. Siobhan's facial expressions read cheese buzz. And you too, brother. Stanley Wilson, $10. Hey, Lady Q. Rebellious videos. Love unconditionally. Refer to Logic list for W's.
I got a new tier list coming up.
Carrie Spencer, $1.99. Love doesn't keep marriage together. Commitment does. Gary Grant, $5. Love is a social construct, not a real thing. Too many different definitions for the word love. Big up, Lapeef and panel. Keep teaching logic.
Thank you for the bread, Bo.
Rebellious videos, $2. Jeffrey Owasu, $5. Love is choice to care for someone irrespective of emotions. Hence, why it has so many attributes relating to action, example, patience, kindness, etc.
Yep.
Siobhan better with a Nigerian before.
I have. King Spark 5799, $4.99. Obviously, you haven't never been to prison because most of the prison staff are women. Not saying that is cool. I don't know who
They
he's.
stay gunning. They
I
stay.
100% agree with you that I have never been to prison, bro.
Me either. I don't want to go.
Enigmatic J, $5. Shout out to Kay and Kayla for their reduced terrorism. It didn't go unnoticed. Excuse me.
And I would be the bigger man and say, yes, shout out to Kay and Kayla. Today, the limit of terrorists went down. They actually decreased. They no longer Al-Qaeda. They just ISIS K9. So I get them that.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
get them all the way out. But I'm again.
That wasn't any better.
He's a mess.
All right, y'all. Well, I just want to say thank you, Sarah, for pulling up to the panel, and thank you, panel, for having a great show. Our apologies for the late start, but I think we rocked out tonight. It's another bang in the book. So make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe. Again, Ricky Williams show will be tomorrow around 3:30ish Central Time. So make sure you ladies prepare to call in for that show. And I think we out, man.
I don't want to be a terrorist no more. That's why I had to let Kay and Kayla go. I don't want to be no terrorist no more. That's why I had to let Kay and Kayla go.
Oh, Logic, be nice now. Be nice, Logic. Come on. That Thursday energy.
Why can't I tell the truth in my song? Why Kay and Kayla had to be gone?
Hit that like button. Hit that like button on your way out. Appreciate all the support. Thank you, guys. It's the last track. Shout out to all my green gang. I see you guys. Insane 1. Jordan Laundry. I see you. Big Bad Bull. What it do? It's the last track. If you haven't already, hit that like button, family. Catch Ricky Williams show tomorrow, you guys. Shout out to the greatest network ever, the Lapeef Network. Feel the tease, uncomplicated skincare for men. Make sure you guys feel the tease, y'all. Link in the description. Just tuning in, you're late. You missed another banger. Catch it on the replay. Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you. Thank you. I see you, Teddy 504, Green Gang. I see you, George. Golden Eggs. Shout out to my Green Army. Chat Ninjas Assemble. It's the last track. Ricky Williams tomorrow, you guys. Ricky Williams tomorrow. Ladies, get ready to call in and ask Ricky, did you hear what I said? See you, El Professor. Much love to Jay. I appreciate that. Matt G, what it do, baby? Shout hit that like button on your way out. Green Gang, I see you. I put them emojis in the chat, Green Gang. Let them know what it is. It's the last track. It's the last track. Track. Hit that like button, fam. Hit that like button. You're just tuning in, you missed the good one. Catch it on the replay, y'all. Appreciate all the love. We love y'all. It's the last track. Catch Ricky Williams tomorrow, you guys, by 3:30 Central Time. Ladies, get ready to call in and ask Ricky. Shout out to the greatest network ever. It's the last track. Hit that like button, family. Appreciate all the support, you guys. Thank you. Without you guys, we'll be where we are today. Salute to you guys. My Green Army, I see you, baby. I see you. Shout out to all my truck drivers out there. Y'all be safe. Shout out to my first responders out there. You guys be safe as well. You're just getting home from second shift. Shout out to you, third shift. Let's get it, baby. Union Life, I see you. It's the last track, y'all. Appreciate all the support. Thank you, guys. Make sure y'all catch Ricky Williams tomorrow, 3:30 Central. Ladies, get ready to call in for Ricky. Did you hear what I said? Y'all ready for Ricky? Put on Ricky's in the chat right now. Ricky Williams, did you hear what I said? Tomorrow, 3:30 Central Time. Let's flood this chat with Ricky's, y'all. Put on Ricky's in the chat, y'all. Ricky Williams tomorrow, y'all. Did you hear what I said? Ladies, get ready to call in. So ladies, call in, show on me, y'all. Let's get ready for Ricky, y'all. It's the last track. I love y'all. Appreciate the support, you guys. Thank you. It's been a great show, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys just tuning in, you're late, catch the replay. Shout out to the greatest network ever. Again, you guys, catch Ricky Williams tomorrow, 3:30 Central Time. Ladies, get